reach out to Andrew and I said, listen, right now there's about around in my neighborhood. I go, I'm the only one. So people are driving by pointing. Yeah, they're pointing.
They're not pointing.
They're pointing. If we get dandelions, it's from the bush house.
Just go. Hey, take one of those diggers and go dig it out by hand. You can do that. I do it all the time. You just get the root and everything.
I agree. That's good. I agree with that.
Pull it out of that. It doesn't have to be around.
But the lawns look right now. They look incredible. Look absolutely.
Okay,
incredible.
we have a guest.
I have a guest today.
No, I know you guys are gonna make fun of me.
No, we're not.
How personal do you guys want to get?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, let's think about it.
Think about this.
Let's slow down.
Because there's a question. Because I don't get embarrassed by answering questions. I'm an open book.
I like your hat, by the way.
Thank you. I don't get embarrassed by answering questions about personal information.
You have stomach problems.
I think I ate bad chicken, man. I'm going to tell you right now.
The food poisoning.
I did not sleep a single minute last night. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So I appreciate Ellie. I apologize that I was late.
Do you have the chills?
No.
Okay, that's good.
No chills. No, nothing's come out of nothing's,
Anyone from a medical staff that is available, please stop by.
We are.
Have you done the Pepto-Bismol thing?
Oh, I've done a lot of stuff. We're hanging on for dear life here. So I'm going to be 100% honest. So
it's okay. Ellie's here.
I'm sorry.
I got some bad chicken. I'm going to be honest.
Do you want to say where?
Well,
no.
I didn't eat out anywhere last night. It's partially my fault. I'll be honest. It's partially my fault because I got home last night after the gym. I was like, okay, I got a couple of different options of what I want to eat. And I chose, so there's these not prepackaged, but one of the things that I eat is this grilled chicken breast that's already it's pre-cooked. And you buy it's like a package or a pouch of 12 of them.
Okay.
At Costco.
I got it.
And they're delicious.
Yeah.
And I looked and I saw that the expiration date said May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Which was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that wouldn't have fazed me one bit.
Nope.
Wouldn't have fazed me one.
And I sat there and I thought,
are you sure?
Ketchup could be over a year and I'm not even thinking about it.
No. And so I thought
May 3rd.
Yeah.
This
wouldn't phase you at all?
It's May 5th. No. Yeah.
No, it was May 5th.
Yeah, I wouldn't even thought about it.
And it was probably about, I don't know, 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
I made myself some of those grilled chicken. I made some grilled chicken tacos.
Yeah.
Tasted fine. Tasted delicious. Didn't think anything of it. Did not sleep a single ounce last night.
Did it happen?
I mean,
did it happen instantaneously?
It happened probably about 12:30. I mean, we're talking like 2.5 hours after, and just never stopped.
I feel bad.
So I apologize. Thank you so much.
Don't apologize.
I really appreciate Ellie stepping in.
Hey, don't apologize.
She caught me off guard this morning because I just did not have my phone anywhere near me this morning.
No.
And she called me. She's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Are you alive?" And I was like, barely. But yes, here I am.
Thank you for coming in.
No, it's all good. So yeah,
don't apologize.
It's nothing against. It's nothing. And there was no good thing is there was no restaurant that fed bad chicken.
That's how it happened to me.
It was pretty much entirely my fault.
Now listen, you're here, Bill. Keep in mind, he's here. When I got the food poisoning, I wasn't here, Swim. So I'm not. Don't apologize.
I think we're towards the tail end,
so to speak.
Swim. There's been some conversation. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's been some conversation, Swim, that the YouTube stream is down.
We are good. We are all
back up and running.
Oh yeah,
okay.
we're everywhere.
Right.
We're everywhere. So we are good on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on Allo TV channel 961.
Allo.
Yeah, we are all good to go.
It reminds me of the airplane industry. There's always a little something, and the flight was a little delayed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So apologies.
One of the pilots
here.
was under the weather.
Yeah. Apologies. We are
some
here.
Of the baggage people didn't show up in time.
Do you think if Swim would have ate it on Saturday, so that would have been the 3rd of May, everything was fine? Think it went bad on. I think it went bad on Sunday.
Me and you don't agree on this topic. If I see chicken May 5th on May 5th and it says expired May 3rd, it does give me pause. Should we do this?
Probably.
I would say to whoever I'm with, do we do this or not?
A frozen pre-cooked chicken breast would not really. I think we'd be fine.
Maybe I was doomed from the start. Maybe it was something about him anyway.
Also,
I'm
the
not
one thing
entirely
is that you
sure.
never know is that you never know 100% that it was the chicken.
No,
You know, it's
You're right.
It's like you have no
could have
idea.
been something else.
It's like you have no idea exactly what it may have been.
Coach Brandon on the YouTube stream says, "Still no coffee for Bill." That's right. Before I jumped on air, I've already started making it, so it's brewing right now.
Nice, that'll help. That'll be a big plus for us.
So by the time we get to commercial break here in 13 minutes, it'll be taken.
I was working on some things, and I just kind of sticking my head back in. I'm like, Ellie, have we heard from Swim? Have we heard from Swim? And so we were the nervousness that set over the station was a lot.
Neither me
No,
nor
I
Bill.
apologize.
Neither me nor Bill, but particularly this one, Bill.
Oh, I understand.
That deals with change.
I don't like change.
I understand.
I've had a lot of it coming. Yeah.
There's been a lot. This
Also,
week.
me and Steve are in no position to move one chair over. We're in no position to move into that chair over there.
No.
Us in front. Hang on, don't worry about it.
No.
I mean, Ellie came from where she was and boom, had it just nailed it, because right now there'd be no chance. There would be no chance. It would just be me and Steve talking into a microphone with nothing going out. So we'd have no idea what to do.
Ellie, for the second time.
Yeah, second time saved it.
Yeah.
And Rudy had to be thrown into. And then Rudy was discussed maybe making coffee, and he said, "Absolutely not. It's not my job. I don't do that."
No,
Yeah.
I don't think he's capable. If he's capable, he would do it.
It was to do it.
No,
You have to show us how to do this.
that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, making coffee is one of the easiest things.
Should be.
It's you pour water into the back right contraption, and then you put 5 scoops of coffee grounds in the coffee filter.
There's a filter. Yeah, okay. There's a filter involved.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, so it's brewing. We're taking care.
We'll
of it.
be fine. We're going to shadow Jake next week.
Okay.
Hey,
Good.
We're going to shadow him for an entire day.
Swim, do you have any other symptoms?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you okay?
If I was concerned about being contagious, I would not have shown up today.
No, that's not what I was getting at.
That's okay.
I was thinking about you, not I don't.
I'm fine. I mean, I had to stop on the way here. I would have been here 6:02.
Whoa.
But I had we had to,
Whoa.
we
Where did you
stopped
go?
at a public place, just a nice little gas station.
Oh God.
So
Okay, let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah, let's move
That
on.
sounds good.
Yeah,
I
let's
feel
move
like- I
on.
feel like
Okay,
this,
with bodily
yes.
functions, we've hit very well. Yes.
I feel like
Okay.
we have.
I don't think we crossed the line.
I feel like we've
No.
covered idle chit chat pretty well here.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Sign up for a fertilizer program this month, and if your name is drawn on May 29th, 200% of your payment. Yes, you heard that right. 200% of your payment. Andrew will double your spend on his dime, and it will all go to support Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day. Call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 to sign up today. Once again, Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Incredible. 200% of your payment, fellas.
And
all
here
right.
we are.
So let's start here before we get to break. As I don't have the rundown in front of me, you guys might have to remind me.
It's Jace Reynolds.
But Nebraska receives a commitment from 3-star Elkhorn North linebacker Jace Reynolds yesterday morning, actually right after we got off of the air, a little after 9 a.m. 6'2", 206 pound linebacker from Elkhorn North. Didn't have a long list of offers, but schools like Nebraska, obviously, Air Force, Navy, and Kansas State were involved in Jace Reynolds' commitment, guys.
Northwestern
as well.
Yeah. So he is the 4th member of Nebraska's class of 2026. Now it sounds light, but that's where they've been in recent years at this time. Then everything starts kicking in June or July. So yeah, Jace Reynolds, he's one of 3 guys who had offers. The others are Isaac Jensen, Millard South, and Darion Jones of Omaha North. Jensen's not going to visit Nebraska, so they're not gonna, I don't think they're going to get Isaac Jensen.
No.
But Darion Jones is very much in play, Donovan's brother. So yeah, I mean that I don't know. I don't know that we expected this. I don't know that we didn't expect it. I didn't know exactly where it was, but there it was. Jace Reynolds. And I don't know, are we talking about an inside backer, outside backer? I heard mixed reports.
I did too. I think that when I look at just Nebraska in-state recruiting this year,
okay.
I just don't see a lot that moves the needle. like in comparison to years past. I mean, I think 2027 is shaping up to be a really big year.
Mm-hmm.
And so you look at like what Nebraska, the state of Nebraska in recruiting has had in 2022, 2023, 2024. Some of these guys that Nebraska goes after multiple guys, but then also misses out on some of them after if they try to. Chase Lofton's a great example there. It's different in 2026 simply just because I'm not sure the class is as deep coming out of the state this year.
I don't think it is. So, I mean, I don't know what to. That's one of those is what it is things, and if they get Darian Jones, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But things are going to pick up. They probably this was the first commitment. This is the first verbal commitment they've received in 5 months, a little over 5 months. So it was slow, and then the class. It's I don't know. It's they got work to do. They'll do it. They'll do it this summer. But that class, like that Davion Bonwell Whitty, has a bad knee. Hurt his knee. I don't know where that's going. CJ. These pronunciations are challenging. CJ Bronow.
Yep.
Now, big time, highly recruited corners in the class, but man, it will not be easy to keep it.
That's the part that I would just tell to Nebraska fans. It's because Nebraska got in on CJ Bronow early. It was back when he was a 3-star. That was one of those guys that Nebraska was one of their first offers for, or was one of his first offers. And he committed relatively early in the He committed what was in November, I believe.
I mean,
if I remember correctly.
November 26th.
So I think he committed around Thanksgiving time. Yeah. So it was early in the process, but now you're starting to see. I mean, North Carolina's involved, Florida State's involved with him. There's a lot of higher caliber teams that are now still trying to get him to at least visit, and he's open to visiting other schools.
It's one of those, Bill. It's one of those things. The pundits are saying it'll be hard to. I guess I'm a pundit. A lot of the in the know pundits are saying it'll be hard to keep him. Is what it is.
Tell me about the knee injury. What do you know on the knee injury?
On Devon Bonwell, not a lot. Only that I heard Sean refer to it yesterday and said that's so you got one kid with a knee injury, you got another kid who's looking around. There's only 4 in the class, so we don't know how it's just. Sure. Then you have Dayton Raiola is the anchor of the class. You don't really worry about this anymore though, because it all goes down in June now. In July,
it goes down in June. There's so much change, and there's not. Also, you had to work really hard. When I was in the SEC, you had someone committed. Coach O he goes, just do everything you can to not let that young man visit another SEC school. That was the deal. If they wanted to all of a sudden go out to USC or something, wasn't as big of a deal. But you also got to be very cautious with that. You want to be very confident. You want to be very confident when somebody else, I'm considering another visit, because that for a while that always the verbiage would come down. If you trip someplace else, no scholarship.
Did you do that?
What's that?
You don't do that though. You don't want to.
No, you want to stay away from it. That's a pretty hard line to draw in the sand when you start saying like that, because also it makes you look kind of like it's like that. I would always be like, go enjoy it. That'd be fun. We're a better situation here. So go enjoy yourself like that.
Interesting.
So you don't want to show panic in that time.
Can you show any level of disappointment?
Because you'd want to, you would show disappointment.
Why the hell you want to go there?
I'm not encouraging them, but at the same time, you just want to handle it. But it was, boy, you would do everything to not let them be on a trip to Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, SEC. That was what you were trying to hold. If they're, especially they go, we haven't done any trips, we haven't went anywhere, and there's something to that, with it. So that was it. That the strain was real, and so once someone committed, that's really when the real recruiting started. That's when it wasn't 1 second easier. It just got worse.
Yeah.
Because usually right away what happens is probably the situation with the corner is they were the first offer. So all that did was what? Just throw up flags right away. Hey, there's a pretty good player over at this high school. Yeah. And then right away, everybody goes, well, hang on. You better give, so-and-so got offered about 30 miles away. You better buzz over there. And then whatever state you're in, that state schools are going to be like, boom. if he's a good player, don't let him out of the state. So that's what happens to you.
Yep.
He's been on visits to Florida. There's contact with Penn State there. He's been on visits to North Carolina, like we talked about. I believe Florida State's coaching staff visited him in-house a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago. So, it's just big name brands are going after CJ Brownell, the 4-star defensive back commit for Nebraska. All right. That's a good place to put a pin. Nebraska gets Jace Reynolds.
Put a pin.
Nebraska gets Jace Reynolds, 3-star linebacker out of Elkhorn North High School, who Elkhorn North has already produced some decent talent in terms of a football sense. The Hammer did text in 402-464-5685.
Hammer time.
Says Iowa State seems to like our in-state talent, and they have been a better program than Nebraska over the last 10 years.
Ooh, shots fired.
That's what the
Shots
Hammer
fired.
says. I think that there's a lot more to the. I mean, I can say this. I know there's a lot more to the whole Jet Tamala recruitment. There's going to be more to like the Braylon Warren recruitment than maybe what is publicly known. And so, like, you don't need to freak out that Nebraska didn't take Jet Tamala.
Well, they got their quarterback.
They have a quarterback for every class. We talked about it last week when Trey Taylor committed to Nebraska.
They made a choice.
Yeah,
that's the deal. Now the other deal is, oh boy, this is going to sound haughty. Get ready.
I love when you say haughty.
Haughty. Iowa State's trying to win the Big 12. Nebraska's trying to win the Big 10. It's a different kind of deal, different kind of players. Like it or not, I am in the camp. Ohio State doesn't look like Iowa State. Iowa State, if they came into this league, isn't taking down Ohio State with their roster.
Haughty in hand. You went haughty and it wasn't even Jake Sorensen hands. Because Jake Sorensen hands are here. That was more here, up here. I didn't know.
Jake's like this.
It was Jake's out here. It was almost like you were trying to do a military press. Like you're lifting weight over your head, but more on the dumbbells. Military dumbbells is what you were doing.
Hammer time. Hammer time. That's what I'm saying. That's my response.
Yeah.
They're trying to win a different league. I mean, so it is what it is. We don't have to agree with it. We're not always going to agree.
Yeah.
Swim is here. God, Bill, what a first segment.
I
appreciate you.
We have to talk more about this with Swim later.
The Lincoln Football Coaches Association run by Jim Hansen.
Oh, yeah. Jim, great guy.
Was part of that last. Yeah, we started off the show with it.
We can go back to that later. Maybe like in the spillover. I want to hear more about that.
We will do that.
Jim's incredible. All right, that'll do it for the first segment. Appreciate everybody hanging on, being patient with us.
Good job, Swim. You made it.
Thanks to Bill and Sip. Thank you to Ellie, Rudy, the whole 9 yards. We'll be back. Early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowl Theater and Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com. Summertime is here. It's time to get to Brown's Shoe Fit for their May sandal sale. From now through May 31st, get $15 off all regular price sandals. Whether it's for hiking, for the lake, or just everyday sandals, Brown's has you covered. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your summer off right with the May sandal sale at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Early break on the ticket. Segment 2 is sponsored by our friends at Ruhlman Steakhouse, the go-to place for a great meal in between Lincoln and Omaha, just off Highway 6 in Ashland. Make plans to join them for their Mother's Day brunch on Sunday, May 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. with options like Cobb smoked ham, certified Angus beef prime rib, Belgian waffles, and so much more. Call 402-780-8887 to reserve your spot today, or you can email ruhlmanphillip@gmail.com. Ruhlman Steakhouse, just off Highway 6 in Ashland. All right, guys, we're all settled. Bill, you got your coffee. We're locked in. We're ready to go.
You got your creamer, too.
Yes.
So there's creamer.
So hopefully the coffee tastes all right.
Everything will be perfect.
Sharon Moore, let's just kind of go a little bit deeper on this since it broke while we were on the air yesterday. Didn't have a ton of time to get into it. But Sharon Moore, Nebraska, or Michigan's head football coach, going to miss week 3 and week 4 because of a self-imposed suspension in the whole sign stealing scandal with Connor Stallions. What more do we know now? Well, essentially, it's the writings on the wall that there's more stuff coming. It's just a matter of when we hear about it.
The one thing we kind of wondered why. Okay, so why is the suspension occurring during weeks 3 and 4? Well, I think the reason is he's an Oklahoma grad.
That's right.
So he played at Oklahoma. So they're going to Oklahoma in week 2, and he doesn't want to be. Would you just say it would be sort of embarrassing to go back to your alma mater
and you're not there
because you're suspended?
Yeah. I just
that's what that is.
The one process which is interesting now. It'd be kind of like, okay, I've been charged with a speeding ticket or whatever, a crime, and I'll choose my punishment. I'll let you guys know what I think works out fine. I will select my punishment, and then I'm going to put this out there first, and then we should be good, right? Are you okay with that? Yeah. Are you good with that? You guys good? Because I think I felt through this, and this is what I think is good. This is not even coming down from any sort of authorities. We'll just stay ahead of this. That'd be like me. It's like, listen, I'm going to stay ahead of this. I'm going to send in $100 to the police department. That way, if I do get pulled over speeding, I've already kind of done that thing. I've prepaid the whole thing.
Stay ahead of.
And this makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, for the governing rule of this, like, yeah, we'll do our deal here. I think we're fine.
We'll do 3 and 4.
Yeah, we'll do 3 and 4.
Not 1 and 2. I'm an Oklahoma grad.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be embarrassing.
That'd be stupid. Well, this makes no sense that all of a sudden, like that. We're going to select. Remember the first 3 games that Harbaugh missed? I mean, it was 3 teams. They were favored by 40 in each game.
Yeah.
So, but that just blows my mind.
That's a good point.
We're just going to stay ahead. So we're good. You guys good with that one? That makes sense.
I don't want to miss the Oklahoma.
I don't miss the Oklahoma game. I got family coming.
Right.
So that's no can do on that one. Let's see here. The Nebraska one, you know what? That's kind of a longer flight, and I don't want to mess with that one. So we'll take that one.
How's that?
Yeah. And that's a conference game. So the other one we're playing against the SEC, and probably we don't want to miss that one.
Sharon Moore. It would be good to see Sharon Moore coach a season where he's not suspended for some point. 2023 he was suspended for a portion of it.
Yeah.
2024. Maybe not 2024.
Well, Jim was.
Yeah.
It's a Michigan issue. Shafe, a friend of the show, Mike Schaefer, tweeted out a funny statistic. There's been 8 games since 2023 where Michigan has not had their head coach on the sideline.
Yeah.
8 games. And for obvious reasons,
very odd.
And for obvious reasons.
They've had an assistant coach is missing too.
Yeah.
Show causes all over the place.
So in my 30 some years of Division I coaching, I was never like walking out to the field like, hey, where's our OC at? I don't think it's suspended. What? Never heard it. Where's the DC at? No idea.
It's become fairly routine.
Hey, the head coach isn't going to be out there. Have you seen Coach Alvarez? Oh, he's suspended. No, he's not. No, he's not. Never had it like that. Is Coach Osborne here today? Yeah, I just saw him right for a stretch. Yeah, he was down there. He's getting the guys getting his stuff ready.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I mean, it's Michigan too. That's what I keep emphasizing.
Just imagine the phone call. Hello, NCAA. Yeah, this is Michigan. Just want to give you a little heads up. We got work through this stuff, and we're gonna take 3 and 4 out, and we'll get a hold of you guys later. Thanks a bunch. Click.
He looks at Ward man like that. We got.
Yeah, we good. We got that.
We got
good.
it.
We're good.
Hey, Ward, I think we're good.
I think we're good. Who called? This we said the DFO call. He got a hold of somebody there. Who did he talk to? Not sure, but we made it. We sent an email too to back it up with something in print.
There's a paper trail.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we have this knocked out. I sent a text also, so that's what's going on.
I got family coming in the north.
A bunch of people. There's gonna be a big event that
That'd be
Friday.
really embarrassing for the family if I wasn't there.
Yeah, so just further context.
Yes.
More in weeks 3 and 4. Sharon Moore will be banned from quote any team related duties, while the NCAA also can still hand down additional punishments in addition to the self-imposed ban, which we already know about. A decision on further punishment is obviously expected before the season. Let's play the hypothetical game as I put you guys on the spot here. What do you guys see the additional punishments being? I mean, we kind of have. It's a tough game to play, but
for which transgression?
Well, and that's the point, right? I think a lot of that is we've seen everything that's come out of this already to this point.
This is Connor Stallions.
Yes.
Is the case closed on the recruiting violence?
There might be Yeah, but was there much in recruiting violations? I know that one.
That's what I'm saying is
that one thing with Harbaugh. I know he always said the verbiage is that bought him a cheeseburger.
Yep.
Well, no. The big thing was he allegedly lied to the investigators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he's got show cause for 4 years, so he's been handled.
That's all.
They're not gonna take away the championship. That ain't happening. No. That will not happen. And they're not gonna
postseason ban?
I don't think they're gonna void games. A postseason ban could still maybe be on the table if there's something, with what. And then the length of this, we're looking at a couple years on this thing now, and it just takes forever for anything to get kind of final.
Swim, it's really hard.
Well, and that's why I brought that up specifically is because we talk. Bill mentioned the recruiting piece of it. Like, what does taking away 3 scholarships from Michigan do to you? Nothing.
Not really.
It doesn't do anything to you nowadays. It just doesn't.
No, scholarships mean nothing because
there's way to circumvent the system.
Yeah, you can. All you do is like that. NIL will pay for that.
Yeah.
So you have a scholarship.
So that's why I brought up postseason ban yesterday is because that feels like the only thing that can carry weight.
Or more coaching suspensions.
Sure. If they say Sharon, you can't coach the first 4 weeks.
Could be that.
I heard someone else this morning discussing this, and I was on the same on the same path as they were. Of this is so light that it doesn't really deter any sort of. He just had a discussion. It was Danny Cano, and he did a nice job of saying, "Not sure what this really deters." Missed 2 games. There's
Bill.
There's not much to that. That was his take on it, and I thought it was a very good take.
I do too. Now, there are different takes out there. I was reading a CBS Sports columnist last night who said it's too heavy. That they just need to, that the NCAA just needs to move on from Connor Stallions, and Michigan's received enough punishment. I'm like, what?
I don't know if they've received hardly any punishment.
Yeah. What have they received?
There've been something, but nothing of any teeth.
Is it Marcelino, Brandon?
Yeah,
Marcelino?
Brandon Marcelino. I think I looked at it as Jim's not there anymore. It was written on the wall that Harbaugh, whether they won the championship in 2023 or not, that they were not going to be the coaches there.
He was gone.
They were gone.
You knew
whether they won the championship or not. So whatever punishment they gave Jim Harbaugh, in this case, at 4 years show clauses involved, and whatever the other coordinators got, didn't mean much. It didn't. I mean, it meant it, but it doesn't affect them specifically because they're coaching in the NFL.
No. It doesn't even affect the program, right?
No.
Not that much. Now I want to back up to that 4 year show cause. I essentially regard that as a lifetime ban, because who's hiring him with a 4 year show cause? How can you hire a coach who has a 4 year show cause? You can't.
No,
he's done.
Especially
he's done as a college coach,
especially at the age that he is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's why I always say people are like, he's not banned for a lifetime. Effectively, he is. I mean, because nobody's hiring a guy with a 4 year show.
But the teeth of it is fun. I just love that. Hey, just quick caller. You guys there? Yep. This is Michigan. We're gonna go games 3 and 4. We're gonna jump ahead. Just stay kind of ahead of the what's going on out there, and we'll check you guys later. That's it.
Then
Imagine
passes Sharon in the hallway and says, "Hey, have you heard anything from the NCAA yet? Have they pushed back at all?
Any pushback?
Are we good on
this
that
thing good?
two-gamer?
This thing we good? I think we're good here. Everything's
we good on the 2-gamer.
Yeah, I think nothing's coming back. I've heard anything today. Imagine they had a staff meeting like at the NCAA too. Okay, a staff meeting at that. Okay, Michigan's made their punishment, and I guess it's 2 games. All right, here we go.
Is there any chance that they come to that punishment, Michigan, with some? I mean, is there some collaboration with the NCAA? Is there, or do they just do that totally on their own, as you're suggesting?
I will say this: there is conversation always between the NCAA and compliance. They talk on a daily basis, almost on some things and that's one of those things. That no one from any compliance will come on and say what is discussed, and no one from the other side is going to come on and say what is discussed. So this must be somewhat in line.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny though, guys, if they specifically chose games 3 and 4 so he could coach in Oklahoma, and the NCAA is like, well, we need to add 2 more games on there, so you get to choose 1 and 2 or 5 and 6.
Well, yeah, if the NCAA does something like that. I'm glad you got to this, because it didn't really get discussed in the way you're discussing it yesterday. It was odd, right? We were like, why 3 and 4? Yeah. And then why, even if it is
Harbaugh was suspended 2 years ago, games 1 through 3. Yeah. You start the season out. You don't start the season. No. You don't start it out.
You raised
you don't go 3 and 4.
And then that, if that's the reason, because
if there's anyone
family's going to be in Oklahoma,
we have a big night plan.
So you just get a pick.
They got a suite, and they've got all kinds of stuff going on, and it's just going to be
a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Maybe the only way this would have been more comical.
Yeah, gift cards.
The only way this would have been more comical was if they took weeks 1 and 3. If they just chose the 2 the 2 really bad non-con games and said, "Look, he's gonna alternate. Yeah. He's not gonna be there 1 week. He'll be there the next week. Same thing week 3, but then week 4 he's back."
It's kind of folly. Huh. I don't know that there's anything too much in the way of additional news yet.
No, not on top of it. Which I was surprised, because normally you would hear some rumblings, or you would see some additional information on what maybe was expected, projected, and it kind of just by 10 a.m. it was like, okay, this is what it is, and they're self-imposing the ban, and this is all we're going to get on a Monday.
The only rumblings we heard were in Swim's stomach.
You might have heard them. I felt
the
them.
Self-imposed. Again, get ahead of it with if you think you're going to do something wrong, get ahead of it. Send some money in.
Yeah, you can prepay your speeding tickets.
I'm not sending.
I'd like to get in just right away with that. When I address the judge before we start anything right here, this is what I've come up with. This is what I think is beyond fair. And I do a radio show, so I really can't be incarcerated. So if we could, I'd be glad to stay in jail from 11 to 2 every day. And then if that works for you guys, it works great for me.
I promise I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll come back every time.
I'll show up.
Put an ankle bracelet on me. We'll be fine.
You just give me the floor here, Judge.
Do you have a moment? Could I have a minute?
Did you see that I've made 5 installments of my $20 a month payment just to get ready for this moment?
Yeah.
Leading up to it, I knew I'd speed, so I've already paid for stop class. We're good. That's it for Sharon Moore. Yeah,
Sharon Moore.
Weeks 3 and 4 will not be on the sidelines for Michigan. Obviously, part of that is the game against Nebraska, which is notable considering he's choosing to coach in 2 non-con games in a college football world where non-con games matter, but conference games matter the most when you're talking about
pretty much locks in
Big Ten championship.
It'll lock in Big Noon. It'll be a Big Noon kickoff.
That's true.
It will. It'll be a Big Noon kickoff because Nebraska will be undefeated. They'll be 3-0. Michigan may lose to Oklahoma. That could happen. Oklahoma's a solid team, but just the storyline of a head coach suspended again.
Yeah. Big Noon. I hope you're right. hope you're right. You think it'll be big noon kickoff?
Nothing better than a nice 11 o'clock kickoff to get the juices flowing, to get
No, I
fired
have
up.
a little different feel about that.
It's only for work, though. You
Anti-11?
only take it for work. You only like it for work. That's the only reason that you like it.
I don't mind.
I was unaware about that
because I get to watch the night games then.
I'm a big
reasons
11
for
o'clock
that.
fan.
No, we've touched a nerve.
Okay, all right.
We've touched Bill. Come
Ellie,
on.
back in. Swim out.
Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy.
Yes.
Rudy, you
sit
come
with
in.
Sid.
Somebody get swim out of here with that.
Let's just play producer roulette.
Yeah, let's play a. You always saw the big time game. So did you go to the Colorado game last
Yes.
week? Last year was that
Yes.
fun? Night game. Is that
It
fun? Is that fun? Let's do it at
Time
11,
out, hold
man.
on. I never said that they
Yeah.
weren't fun at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
The game in Boulder was fun. It was
No,
loud.
11 o'clock. The 11 o'clock
was loud.
is a hard
loud.
And you can talk to any coaches and they'll say the same thing.
I understand where you're coming from. Swim, were you in Boulder?
I was.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was bizarre. But
it? Bizarre is a
Um,
good word for it.
yeah, there was
It
a lot,
was.
there
It's
was
a
a
good
lot of,
word.
there was a lot of emotions in
Jake
Boulder.
was bizarre. His behavior was
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah. Song of the day is next. This one might be a complete 180 of what we experienced yesterday.
Okay.
We'll find out. Song of the day is next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Big news from your Nebraska lottery. Mega Millions is now more mega than ever. First off, a new multiplier is built into the game. Plus, there are now bigger jackpots, better odds, and prizes start at $10. So don't miss out on these fantastic enhancements. Visit your favorite Nebraska lottery retailer today and play Mega Millions with the new built-in multiplier, bigger jackpots, better odds, and prizes starting at $10. Drawings Tuesdays and Fridays. $5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Summertime is here. It's time to get to Brown's Shoe Fit for their May sandal sale. From now through May 31st, get $15 off all regular price sandals. Whether it's for hiking, for the lake, or just everyday sandals, Brown's has you covered. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your summer off right with the May sandal sale at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park, and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed.
Sounds like that. Heyman, is this La Di Da? Would this be a La Di Da song? We'll have to ask him that. Not a Bare Naked Ladies fan. Not a fan of. I probably wouldn't see him, across the street. But kind of like it. I enjoy it a little bit. I kind of have. There's a little bit part of it I kind of like. Just like listening to it because here's what I do. I kind of see if you can ever, it's to see if you can match all the words. It's kind of okay. I can't. Yeah. So I think it's interesting the way the song is done. I really do. So there's some things of that thing. So I'm going to give it a 6-4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to hate on it. I know Steve's going to hate it, and I'm just not going to do it.
I don't know if I'll hate on it. Can't you just dislike something without hating it?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It's kind of clever.
There's some cleverness.
Yeah, it's kind of clever. 1998, I think the late 90s were a great time in rock and roll, right? Right? There's a lot coming out that you're just like, this is amazing. The late 90s.
It wasn't bad.
No,
okay.
I'm joking. There was nothing.
You're right. Trying to stick up for it.
There was nothing.
So if you said, okay, name one, I've been like, this would have been, I could have went 70s, late 60s.
I'd swim.
80s.
I'm not going to hate on it. I don't like hate, no, I'm not going to give that a high score.
That's okay.
I can get it to a 4.
That's all right. That seems very, very on par with a lot of the listeners here.
What about Ellie?
Hang on, now we got to do Ellie and Dad.
Yes.
Ellie's going to be
she's barely
8-1, and Dad's going to be a 6-0.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rudy
too.
Okay,
Rudy.
so Ellie gave it a 6.8.
That's
Rudy
right.
gave it a 6.3.
Dad liked it better.
And Dad gave it an 8.
Wow,
Dad
Derek.
gave it
Wow.
an 8.
Now Derek missed Ellie live this morning because he was still asleep. So if you get up early, he could have heard his daughter step in and save the show.
That's right.
But okay, that was interesting.
Dad gave it an 8.
Let's start here. Once again, the Starter Heyman Jewelers song of the day was 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. Let's start with the YouTube stream here with Alfred U gives it 8.5. Casey gives it a 7.7. Nels in Montana with a negative 0.003.
Nels went negative. It's not negative, I don't think,
Yep.
Nels, but God love you.
East Lincoln West says 2. Tanner gives it a 1.2. Black Shirt Media gives it a 2.75.
Black Shirt
and
Media.
Bolt gave it a 2.1. Now moving over to the text line, we got Jennifer and Hubby kicking things off. Jennifer with a 5.5, Hubby with a 6.1.
Right with me. Okay, thank you.
Mike in Dalton says a 5.0. Lyle in Omaha with a 7. Kevin in Centennial, Colorado says just horrible. -1 there. Vern in Dakin with a 5.1. We have a couple of 10s from Big B, and there was one more that guy gave it a 10, but I can't find it here. Who in Columbus, Bill? Bird gives it a 2. Bob in Minnesota says 7.
Deuces.
We have a Bring Jake Back, -2 by Tyler K in Davenport, Iowa.
Who is this Jake?
Who is this Jake guy?
Duke for Governor gives it an 8.2. The Bandit.
Duke for Governor. That's gold.
2.7 by the Bandit. And last but certainly not least, Corey and Lincoln gives it a 3.0. So once again, 1 week, Bare Naked Ladies, 1998. There it is.
Thank
you. A little bit of a 180 from what we experienced yesterday on a Monday with does anybody really know what time it is in Chicago?
Maybe
with
you
a
can do
muted
another one.
horn.
Yes.
It was incredible.
All right, let's get on to the
Yeah.
thrills.
So it's time for Bill's Thrills. It is a Bugaboo Tuesday. Bill, are you ready?
Yes, I had to write it down on the back of the Lincoln Football Coaches Association because I didn't have a rundown because we didn't have swim here, just so you know. But I walk in and Sipple goes, "You're writing your notes down on the back of a pamphlet, a program."
Before you get started, let's do this.
Very odd.
Bill's Thrills on a Tuesday.
Very odd.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah. Is it going to be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
That is right. Bill's Thrills sponsored by Trados.
The DOS.
If you have any questions about crop insurance or grain marketing, talk to the experts at Trados at gotrados.com. All right, Bill, Bugaboo Tuesday. The floor is yours, my friend.
Real quick before I hit that, I talked to Adam Ickes, the leader of Trados, and you're coming up on the big date. June 1 to June 15th is, in general, that's generally your go-to time for the sales of grain products.
June 1 to 15th.
June 1st to 15th. Over the years, the history says that's generally going to be your highest time for to sell. So there's a lot going on at Trade House right now. I mean, they're up there. This is like Jake's dad during tax season. That's what's going on at Trade House right now.
So they're working inordinate amount of hours.
Drinking salt water. Yes.
Drinking salt water.
Warm
putting
salt
sun
water
under their tongue
Yes.
every so often. Putting salt under their tongue. So
Steve, this might resonate with you.
Just
I don't
go
know.
with that.
I don't know, Steve, if this happened in the big city. I consider Columbus a big city.
It is.
This was very small town. But I thought I'd go back in time. I thought I'd go back to better times.
Better times.
If that was okay.
Yes, it is.
The bustle that consumed the side hustle. The bustle that consumed the side hustle. It's time for the dime. It's time for the dime. The disappearance of the strain for coins. The hustle you did as a kid to collect loose change. Pop bottles, where all of a sudden you'd be in fourth grade, you just say, we need some money. What are you gonna do? Let's find some pop bottles. And you would go to places, you drive around town on your bikes, you look for pop bottles. They don't even exist anymore, Swim. There's no more pop bottle exchange program. You'd be able to take them, and you knew where to take them. Nowhere. And you'd come in, and they would come in a wooden case. Remember that? And then you walk into a gas station, and I got 6 bottles like that, and it's like a nickel a piece. And you'd get it doesn't matter if you bought them there, where they came from. That's where they went. And you knew if you returned your bottle. But randomly, some people just they'd throw them or leave them or whatever. And generally though, people wouldn't throw them away. They wouldn't just throw them away. So you knew areas to go look for them. So that was an incredible hustle. The other side hustle that went on.
What is the other one?
That from probably 2nd to 3rd grade for myself, probably all the way through almost junior high, the hustle for coins was foul balls at the baseball game.
Oh yeah,
foul balls at the baseball game. Usually it was a nickel to a dime. Of that, there was maybe went to a quarter at some point in time. But a bunch of guys just sit out back. You just sit out back of that, and all of a sudden, foul ball. And there'd be a race. There'd be about 6 people racing. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. There'd be a race to the ball. You're just sitting out there. That was our hustle. What are you guys going to do? We're going to try to see if we can get enough money to get some fireworks tomorrow.
You weren't a particularly fast receiver at Wesleyan. Were you a little quicker?
I bodied people. I bodied people out. I did. I bodied people out. Yes. Sometimes if you get it's hard. It's hard to get the one scoop. So you might be able to kind of get a little like check them a little bit.
Body people as a second
body.
grader?
Yeah, absolutely. So those 2 hustles were known, especially this is small town.
Oh, 100.
It was
the foul ball thing definitely
for my age group. I don't know if there'd be any people here from the text line that didn't hustle pop bottles or didn't hustle foul balls. Those things were the way. That was just the way of life. That was the first thing that was like, there's never a time at that age that a ball from Junior Legion, American Legion, whatever it was, there was a foul ball. There was somebody outside waiting to get it. There was some form of kids outside waiting to track the ball down.
God, and the beautiful thing when you were that age, like $1.50 was a lot.
Well, it's right. Yeah, if you rolled in, if you found 8 bottles and got a couple foul balls, it's like, are you kidding me?
You're rich.
My tomorrow couldn't be any better.
Yeah,
we're probably playing some pinball.
Right.
Probably playing. Back in the time, the main thing was 3 games for a quarter, dime for 1, and pinball. That's so. I mean, 7 bottles is going to send you through the roof of happiness. Yeah, the hustle. Sure. Anything from the text line?
Yeah. There's a lot from the text line here. Sanderson says, my aunt ran the little general store in the small town I grew up in. She offered 25 cents for pop bottles. Better times.
Yes.
Unnamed texter says, I haven't found loose change in a long time. Nobody carries it anymore.
It's just not there. I know. I'm with you.
Bo Lever says, pop bottles and cans. I saved them as a kid all the time. Kyle in Lincoln, I caught and sold night crawlers for $1 a dozen for years. How about that one? Travis and Ankeny says foul balls would get bloody for a quarter.
Absolutely. There'd be a group. There'd be a group of people.
Other hustles.
From the YouTube stream, Casey says, I umped baseball in Seward all weekend, and there are still races for foul balls going on. Better times are still alive.
All right. Thank you. It's good to know.
Still happening.
We have Beatrice Baseball gives $1 coins for foul balls.
Figures Jake probably set that up down there.
Think of $1 for
$1.
You could make $10 in a night.
That'd be a good night, wouldn't it?
Raccoon hunting when we turned 16. That was from Believer again. Big B says, I sold golf balls I'd fished out of the ponds. Sat at the tee box, and I sold them.
That was a hustle.
Kyle says going for foul balls was like a WrestleMania battle royale. Better times.
It was. That's exactly what it was. There'd be a large, and there'd always be one guy too that always had his bike there. So if someone drilled one down the first base line out of bounds but deep, is like all of a sudden the one guy at the bike's like, oh man, God, and he was playing for the long ball. He's like, I'm gonna play. Also,
smart.
I remember in Fullerton, we'd form a corporation. I'd team up with somebody. Let's go halvesies. So we had two of us out there. We'd go halvesies on what we so we had two guys working together. Absolutely.
Corporate decisions.
LLC corporate foul ball decisions were made. Myself and Steve Treadway, I would always team up with him. He's faster. He's a year older and he's faster. And so I always want to try to team up with him if possible.
Officer McLeod in Columbus says we would give our kids change to chase our balls at slow pitch games.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
hustle.
idea. Yeah, good hustle.
Amy in Lincoln says I checked every payphone for change in the dispenser and I often hit it big.
Yeah, I never. You know what? You do a lot of that. I never hit that very much. I never found much.
No, but that was a common deal like that. If you walked by a payphone, just
for sure,
check it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good place to stop. We picked up range golf balls for a quarter of a bucket or for a quarter a bucket.
That's a good hustle.
So yeah, there's that one too.
I'm trying to think what hustles I did. Some of those.
Yeah.
It's time for the dime.
Sometimes I just stole from my brother.
You guys ever used a mail truck and gone to Michigan with some bottles just to get a couple extra bucks?
Oh, it'd be nice. That was the best too. Like that when Kramer goes, I ran the numbers. Don't do it.
It was the incredible Seinfeld joke.
Guy went over my head.
Yep. That's all right though. That's all right. I could tell by the look on your face. Either way, that's a great edition of Bill's Thrills on a Tuesday, Bugaboo Tuesday, sponsored by our friends at Trade Us. Visit gotradeus.com today. All right, when we come back, we have plenty of stuff to get to throughout the next 2 hours of the show or so. CBS Sports Joel Klatt released their way too early top 25 for after spring ball. We'll get to that. Troy Dannon's joining the College Football Playoff Committee. And then speaking of LLCs, the University of Kentucky's athletic department is officially turning to an LLC. We break all that down and more throughout the rest of Tuesday's show. Don't go anywhere. This a 7 o'clock hour officially begins right after this on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Big news from your Nebraska lottery. Mega Millions is now more mega than ever. First off, a new multiplier is built into the game. Plus, there are now bigger jackpots, better odds, and prizes start at $10. So don't miss out on these fantastic enhancements. Visit your favorite Nebraska lottery retailer today and play Mega Millions with the new built-in multiplier, bigger jackpots, better odds, and prizes starting at $10. Drawings Tuesdays and Fridays. $5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Attention! Acres is cutting interest rates and offering great deals below market value on the largest selection of used inventory in the nation. For a limited time, Acres is offering interest rates as low as 2.9% on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Acres low interest rates, along with our below market prices on select John Deere used planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines, makes it a great time to upgrade your equipment for the 2025 season. Visit acres.com for details. That's AKRS.com. Offer ends May 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park, and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Bush.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Hour number 2 of Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank, member
FDIC.
Locations in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, and also at 70th and Pioneers. Bill, what's going on with Shin Daddy today in Creighton?
Big day. Had a big day yesterday with Mayhem. Mayhem Monday. It's Trash Tuesday. It's Trash Tuesday, taking it to the street. So they're getting out the large sweet street. Remember how the size of those monster machines that they do that sweep the streets like that?
Yes.
And they're letting the kids drive it.
Oh, God.
They're letting the kids whip it up and down Main Street. So Main Street's been cleared out, and all kids 3rd through 6th get to drive it today.
The big machine.
The big machine.
With the roller.
With the rollers on them like that.
It
Remember back
shoots
in
out
the
a little water.
Did you remember in a little water? Remember when I used to whip by in the small town? Oh, we used to see, and I don't know how it is now. It's all different now. They used to have the sweepers were metal. They were a long metal piece, and then they would fall out. So you grab them like you.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they had a long piece. So we grabbed those sometimes. But
what did you do with those?
Yeah, that'd be about it. After we grabbed it, thought it was pretty.
Each other?
No, thought it was pretty cool. Then you kind of went, this means nothing. You throw it away. The street sweeper is an incredible. Have you ever seen the size of them swim? They're like the size of like a garbage truck. They are huge, and you sit up high. Drive that baby,
So the
one
kids
arm out
get
the
to
window.
do that.
Kids get to drive it up and down Main Street today.
I'm not taking the conversation in another direction. I just want to add one thing. The other thing that was always sort of exciting in the neighborhood was I think they probably had these in Pender, is when the mosquito sprayer would go through.
Yeah, that was always about 3 a.m. though. So
not at our place.
They went through the day
9 a.m. or no,
oh no
9 p.m.
Oh
9
no
p.m.
No, I remember being out numerous times. Pender was at 3 a.m.
See, ours
and I'd
were
be
early.
up. I'd be up. We'd be out sometimes still. All of a sudden, here come the fog.
Riding your bikes.
You're riding your bikes like that because you're staying at somebody's house in a tent. And then you just ride your bike. All of a sudden, the mosquito sprayer would come by.
But today is Trash Tuesday.
Trash Tuesday, and they're whipping up and down that baby.
Who's
And
riding with them?
Schindler.
Oh, Shindy.
Yeah, Shin Daddy will be with them. And they have a little obstacle course, so they have a little competition. They have a little fun with it. Yeah, the mosquito sprayer, I don't know. That guy, that can't be safe. That cannot be healthy. No. I know the guy that was doing it like back in our day was like this a guy in the back of a truck with his hand up, his elbow out the window.
Yep. Yeah, we'd run behind it. That couldn't have been.
That couldn't have been good. You go behind the mosquito.
So that once again,
and I think it did nothing. I don't remember like the
I
next.
don't think it did anything.
I don't remember the next day going. You know what? We're bug free.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I didn't get bit once last
Wait.
night.
So they drove down the street spraying.
Yes.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
fogger.
it's a big fogger.
And it came out the back of the truck.
This was better times.
Better times.
Yeah.
So this is
It
better
doesn't
times.
seem healthy. It's just pesticides
And you
all
went
over
up
the
and
place.
down every street, and it just fogged it out. And you didn't move, you didn't run, like you said. You rode behind it. It was just you would let it if it came like across, you're like going, oh, smell that,
right?
Is it just does it just smell like a big thing of bug spray?
Kind of, basically.
Like take the listeners back to what it smelled like.
I don't just. It smelled like insecticide.
It did. It's insecticide, and
Okay.
it was.
Now I
but
have
it
an
would
idea.
be-
I can visualize.
It would be like it's a 200-gallon barrel.
Yeah.
And they just fogging it out
You
there.
drive up and down the street.
Yeah.
And
Ours was always in the middle of the night. That's when it happened.
See, ours was not. Ours was more like it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Casey says mosquito sprayer always around dusk in my neighborhood. The Blue Devil Den said they still do this in some small towns. Up by Wayne, they do it in Wakefield.
Wakefield's right by Pender. They're by the same guy doing it.
Yeah.
It'd be a sweet job.
Deb from Beatrice says they still do the fogger in Beatrice.
It'd just be a guy in a pickup with a trailer with a big fogger on the back. I mean, that's what it was.
It'd be an incredible job. What do? I go town to town, middle of the night, whatever, or at dusk. I go from sundown to sun up. What do? I fog the neighborhood.
Kill the mosquitoes.
Wow.
Few of them.
I don't even know if it even works. Like I said, give it a shot.
There's a lot. Tater says Crete has huge tanker trucks. The sign on the back said stay back 100 feet, but I don't think that really helped your health a whole lot. They said I think Crete still has their mosquito spray truck. In Dakota Dunes at dusk, their community still sprays.
They still do it some places.
Man,
good.
Even
good.
on the YouTube stream, it says we have grew up with them going around. Even now, they still do it. It still smells really bad. That was from Plays. So either way,
I didn't think it worked very well.
Man, that's
there was
I
never
live in the wrong
ever a
time.
time like going like, oh, summer's finally good. No more mosquitoes.
No bites tonight.
No, but
Yeah.
fog. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, Drew says they still fog in Seward. I love that it's just termed fog too.
That's all it is.
Fog. There's a big fog.
Big fog. Anyway, all right. Guys, CBS Sports released their post-spring / way too early top 25 list on Monday. And one thing I will say, Nebraska not featured in either one of these lists. They are receiving votes according to CBS Sports. But a little bit of discrepancy between the two, between Joel Klatt and CBS Sports at who's at the top. Number one on CBS Sports is Ohio State, while Joel Klatt has Penn State at number one overall. I guess out of those two teams, which one are you more intrigued by? Because I think there's two fascinating storylines with both sides. One, for Ohio State, obviously it's the quarterback situation. What are they going to do at quarterback? They did not go through in the transfer portal. They have a couple of different options there. Most notably, Julian Sayin, the former Alabama 5-star commit that transferred before he even started his true freshman season last year and has been in the Ohio State room. But then for Penn State, they weren't able to just retain one of their star running backs. They were able to get both of them back, Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen, while retaining their quarterback, Drew Aller. Which one of those teams excites you guys more, or maybe more intrigues you more in just what they look like this upcoming season?
Penn State.
Yeah.
Penn State intrigues me more to see if they can just finally get over the top and what they have back. When you lose, we said Ohio State had 14 drafted, and we're shocked it wasn't 15.
Because McLaughlin
didn't get drafted. So we're shocked it wasn't 15 for a number. That is still, even in portal world, that is hard to replace. Also, there were some guys there that had been there a long time. That was an old team. They're not an old team now. Now, do they have enough players to do this again, to run it back? Yes. Penn State will be interesting because that's probably about as highly motivated and a team that's ready to go. And then, like I said, if you get a chance, swim when there's some free time, pull their schedule up so we can go over it. But Penn State intrigues me because it's set for them right now. There's never been a year when it's been set up more for Penn State. Returning quarterback, running backs back, play incredible history. Go ahead, Steve.
I didn't know this. According to Brandon Marcelino, the CBS sports writer who wrote this top 25 write-up, Penn State got he says the portal's top receiver.
Yeah, the guy from Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy from Syracuse. Yeah.
Trevor Pena. I don't know which. Does Knowles is Knowles part of the reason you're so Jim Knowles?
No, I was thinking just more about just
personnel.
roster, just roster, not even. No, I don't.
The fact that they took Ohio State's defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I'm surprised what Marcelino wrote in CBS Sports about Ohio State. He says it's the best roster in college football. Really? How do we know that?
So let's stay on Penn State for just a second, because I have their schedule pulled up here, and they start with 3 super easy games: Nevada at home, Florida International at home, and then they host Villanova as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they host
Wow.
Villanova. And then they have a bye week 4 of the college football season before they host Oregon. That is Penn State's first conference game.
Please be a night game wideout. Please.
Big noon?
Please. No.
Big noon.
No. That needs to be a night game wideout.
Sunshine.
It'd be incredible. Imagine
Sunshine.
Oregon coming to town
You
with
want
their no, I don't like, you know what I'm feeling on Sunshine. We're going the wrong direction. It's more light every day. This is when things go backwards for me.
Yeah, it was light this morning.
Then
Who else?
Go
So,
through it.
yeah,
So I want you to imagine being at that game. Penn State, Oregon.
Breakfast.
Both
and
undefeated.
Then right over to the stadium.
So it's Oregon at home. Then they travel across the country to go to UCLA after Oregon on the next week.
God.
Then they
It's
will.
not easy.
Tough because of the emotional.
Yeah.
You remember UCLA still has some players.
I will never say right now UCLA is going to be an easy game.
No, because last year was going to be an easy game here. And
Right.
at one point in time, it was 27-7.
Yeah.
Jake left.
Yeah.
Jake left.
I mean,
the
they
stadium.
dominated Nebraska early in that game. And keep going.
So after UCLA, they host Northwestern. Then they travel to Iowa. They travel to Ohio State on November 1st.
They travel to Iowa and Ohio State?
Back-to-back weeks.
Make you work. Yeah.
Then
Not easy.
Penn State hosts Indiana. They travel to
Playoff team.
Yep, they travel to Michigan State.
Okay.
Then they
Always tough to
We're in
win.
a weird world.
Then they host Nebraska and they travel to Rutgers to end the
schedule's
season.
not easy.
Not a real easy one.
Hardly anybody has an easy
Well, you always look at two things like, okay, if you're Penn State, who are your two biggest nemesis? Ohio State and Oregon.
Absolutely.
And you got them both.
Yeah, you got them both.
You did.
It's not easy.
You'd much rather have had Michigan rather than Oregon, because Oregon will be better. Oregon will be better than Michigan.
I would ask you guys this: how important is it for James Franklin in a season like this to get over the hump?
Didn't he get over the hump last year?
No, he was so close to, but he didn't get over the hump just because if he doesn't throw the interception.
Yeah.
Drew Aller.
He doesn't throw the
So
interception.
you don't get over the hump by making and
so close to being like the ultimate flex. Imagine that championship game, both Big Ten teams.
Yeah,
that would
That's
have been
not over the hump though.
I wouldn't say. I still wouldn't say over the hump. I still wouldn't say because
all right, that's fine.
I think there's some. I think there's some deals. David from Renew just drove by. I think that over the hump so the Final Four. Well, that's what it was the season before, was being in the Final Four. They've been there. Is it a good year? Yes. Are they losing their minds? No. But I think they probably are losing their minds because they lost a game that was extremely winnable. And they had the Notre Dame game. Extremely winnable game.
Get off. This is what Brandon Marcelino writes to Bill Bush. Get off James Franklin's back, folks. He finally led This is Brandon Marcelino addressing the masses, not you. Get off James Franklin's back, folks. He finally led Penn State to the playoff and made a great run before falling to Notre Dame in the semis. Alex is texting me about NBA stuff.
I think
blowing up my phone.
I think there's something though to be said about with Penn State. They've been scratching and clawing, trying not to be viewed as little brother in the Big Ten in comparison to Ohio State and Michigan. And then now Oregon joins.
And they win the Big Ten.
And Oregon, yes.
Wins right away.
That's what I look at. And then also James Franklin kind of attached himself to Drew Aller.
He did.
And from the start. And while Drew Aller was a 5-star quarterback, right? He hasn't played.
Yeah. It definitely is not the season's not a fail. Their season wasn't a fail.
No.
But no, are they over the hump yet? I don't know if they're over the hump yet.
What's over the hump? You got to win the national title?
Yes. I mean,
or Big Ten tournament or Big Ten title.
Yeah, and he's won one in what he's been there 10 years. He has won one. He's won one. That crazy when they blocked the field goal against Ohio State to get into the championship.
Then you must say he has set an extraordinarily high bar.
Yes.
If that's getting over the hump is winning it all.
Or finals, I guess, like that. I would still say, but if you get to the finals, they need to win it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a very good year. It's not a negative towards him. You know, the probably only negative towards him has been he's had 2 altercations with fans. Spring game.
Yeah, he did.
Spring game, he had an altercation with the fan and brought security over. And then another situation. There's been a couple of those.
I wonder if that means he's feeling pressure or if that just means he's very confident. I'm not letting these people get to me. In fact, I'll fire back at him if I have to.
That could be.
Ohio State, I misspoke. Marcelino didn't say, he just said their roster's loaded. I guess it is. It must be. They lost Ohio State lost 8 starters on defense. They lost Will Howard.
Well, I just look at it from, I mean,
both running backs.
I was just going to say that. You look at the 2 running backs. Look at what we just talked about with Penn State. You're returning Katron Allen and Nick Singleton, who are going to be fighting for a top 2 round pick, both of them potentially. And then on the other side with Ohio State, you move on from Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins and your quarterback.
Yeah, and by the way, Marcelino of CBS Sports says, don't listen to the noise about a quarterback competition.
Oh, no, I'm not. It's not that I'm concerned about quarterback. I'm saying that it's a major change from going from an experienced guy like Will Howard, he's won conference titles and obviously now has won a national championship. And now
started like 40 games.
Yeah.
Now he's just saying there's not a competition. He says it's saying.
Okay, cool.
He says it's Julian saying.
A guy that hasn't played a single snap of college football.
Swims right.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Before we get
all
to
I'm saying
break,
is he would have a you would have a concern right away if someone hasn't played very much.
The rest of the CBS top 10.
Well,
yes.
The how about the biggest surprise or just the team that doesn't look like they belong just from a logo standpoint? Illinois in the top 10. Illinois is listed at number 10 in Clat's rankings,
12
and number 12 in CBS Sports. A lot of people high on the Illini this year.
18 returning starters
18.
from a 10-win team.
They got an offensive lineman back with the junior college getting the bonus year back, so they got an offensive lineman back.
They're loaded up front on offense.
And Altmaier just keeps getting better.
Yeah,
he keeps getting better. He's better, and he'll be for him. I expect him to have an outstanding year. But again, if imagine just like say like right now, what would the buzz be here?
Yeah, there are 18 returning starters.
18 returning starters. We're in preseason 10th
from a 10-win team.
Yeah,
it'd be tremendous buzz.
Yeah, the buzz would be incredible. The thing is, I don't know if the buzz is incredible in Illinois, and just because of it's so hard on that fan base to get not so much united, just interested. I mean, you've been there before.
I know.
I mean, it's just hard. No. And then you got Bielema, who I think is I'm just looking at him as a coach. He's a dude.
Total.
He's incredible coach. I mean, not kind of good. He's incredible. He won the Big Ten, I think, 4 times. And he go to the Rose Bowl 4 times, 3 or 4.
I think
three straight. 3 straight. Now, 1 year there was some ineligibilities with I think Ohio State or something, but they got to go. He went to 3 straight Rose Bowls, failed in them, but he won. I'm telling you right now, when you win the Big Ten 3 years in a row, that's not. And then guess who else is in the Big Ten? Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa,
no, it's huge.
Nebraska, all those teams.
The year with the ineligibilities, that was the year they beat Nebraska in 2012. That was that year.
Was the year.
But what I was going to ask you guys, what is the outlook for Brett Bielema at Illinois? Like, is that his final spot for the rest of his coaching career?
Or what's Bielema got to be age wise? Early 50s.
Hold on,
to mid 50s, maybe.
Hold on. Oh, Swim, you got to do this one.
Yeah, I got it for you. 55 years old.
55. But if he was can you imagine someone not looking at him? If you're at a program that all of a sudden needs someone, how would you not look at him and be like, going, hang on a second here?
He's done it multiple places.
Oh, you have to look at it.
And he's a great dude. He really is. He's a great human.
Hey, that's a good point, though. If they're really good this year, is somebody coming after him?
Yeah, but all of a sudden he gets an opportunity at a place that.
Like what?
I don't know what it would be. Like I said, there'd be opportunities.
Illinois isn't bad.
I would say you'd imagine it would have to be Big Ten or SEC.
Pretty much, right?
Because I'm thinking about potential jobs that are open. Like Stanford has the interim head coach Frank Reich, but Stanford doesn't move the needle, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying is maybe in the if we were circa 2014.
Okay, who's on the hot seat in SEC? Auburn.
But is he going back to the
11
SEC?
and 14.
I don't know. He didn't do well at Arkansas.
No.
So I don't know if the SEC.
He wasn't horrible, but yes, but he got enough to didn't win enough to keep his job. That's
got run out. Yeah,
enough to keep his job. But
so I don't know if the SEC would go back to him.
I don't know. You'd have a hard time looking and saying, "Well, what'd you do at Illinois?"
Right.
Your preseason
I'd entertain the conversation.
If he's not in the conversation, then people aren't doing their correct research. They may not want to go.
We're getting a lot of questions about potentially Iowa.
Oh,
yeah.
Kirk Ferentz.
Oh, yeah, that could always be. He played there.
Played at Iowa.
Played at Iowa.
Now, here's the question: is that how much is that a bump up? Is that a jump?
I don't think it, but I know this. Stadium wise, big jump up. Interest, big jump up, and also even if you might say, I don't know, it looks pretty lateral. You can just kind of say, I know, but this is home. I played here. So it allows.
He played there, but he's from Illinois. He's a pig farmer in Illinois.
That's true. There's something there.
Yeah.
But no, if someone asks me, just like all of a sudden it's like comes in right now. Hey, you got 9 seconds. Tell me, are you taking the Illinois job? Or are you taking the Iowa job? Taking the Iowa. It would take me 2 seconds to answer. Give me Iowa. Some jobs you sit there and go, okay, what would you do?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't disagree.
Which job would you take?
But I don't know that it's cut and dried that he would go.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Also, like that, he's being paid very well. Things are going very good. Yeah. He also is like right now. I mean, Illinois. I mean, he's a chance for a statue.
You know what the interesting part of that conversation is how limited their movement, there could be, there's more, the movement is more limited for head coaches that are doing well in the SEC and the Big Ten.
Bingo.
This is not, there's not as many places to go now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because there's not as many intriguing job offers or opportunities.
It's limited to 2 conferences.
Right.
And then there's further limitations because there's still jobs within those conferences that you wouldn't take.
Think about it from
He's not taking a Northwestern job.
No. There's a lot of jobs in this conference that you wouldn't take.
Right.
And it's the elite conference of all conferences. I mean,
there's jobs you wouldn't take.
There's jobs you're going like, you want that one? It's like, oh, I don't want that one.
Nope.
I mean, there's jobs. The Big Ten, now the SEC almost overrules everyone in the Big 12. Maybe Vanderbilt might push him. I mean, it almost does. In the Big Ten, it doesn't. There's jobs in the Big 12 that you would take over Big Ten.
Ooh, what? Now wait a second.
I mean, you're going to take Texas Tech every time over Northwestern, Purdue, Minnesota. Yeah. I mean, you're going to take them over that.
You're right.
Oklahoma State.
In there, but yeah, the potential
in the conversation.
In the conversation,
God, you are going to take that job over Purdue. You're right.
Yeah. And so it's not in the SEC so much where you'd say, okay, what school? Okay,
Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mississippi State. Maybe they've had a lot of success. They've won.
Vandy.
That'd be the 2 maybes. Vandy, like you said.
Is there another one in there?
No, you're gonna. I mean, just start thinking about who all these teams are.
That I put it on the rundown. I kind of threw this. I asked the question: is the Big Ten conference top heavy? And in comparison to the SEC, it absolutely is
incredibly
top heavy. I mean, think about some of the teams you just mentioned. Purdue. It's the
Northwestern.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's a little top heavy right now.
It's definitely top heavy.
Don't you agree that the SEC bottom's better than the Big Ten?
Yes.
The balance from top to bottom is better.
Yeah. You can't match the numbers up because it's 18 to 16. But if you just said, let's just play them, and we'll go across the board. 1 play 1, 2 play 2, play. And when you get down to about the 5th game, you start going. You start going SEC.
Yeah,
SEC.
Because in a hypothetical scenario, using that bill, you could just take away Purdue and Northwestern and say 16 versus 16. Let's match them up, and you would feel that way. I from a big picture standpoint, guys, before we get to break, just think about if Illinois lives up to what they're expected or projected to do. They finish top 10.
Can you pull up the schedule quick?
Yeah, absolutely. They finish top 10. In the first 2 years of an expanded playoff, Illinois and Indiana make the college football playoff.
It's a great point. I don't think
think about that. 5 years ago, they were the bottom of the barrel.
Indiana fired their coach 2 years ago.
That's right.
They were 3 and they won 3.
Then the magic of Kurt Signetti.
I know you hate it. I know it. But the storyline's still incredible.
No doubt. He did
storyline's still incredible.
Hey, now listen, he did a great job. He's just the first to tell you he did a great job.
Yeah.
When you say when there's some people that do the interesting comment, and I always say, don't predict a win. Joe Namath did it, and then after that it's lame. Don't say all the stuff. He did a incredible press conference when he said Google me. That was something.
Google me's incredible.
We called him that.
Google me.
My dad kept asking, who's Google me? I go, Signetti. But I said, but we called him Google me.
We did.
Because it was so good. And it wasn't
incredible.
it was like, I win. Google me. And then he shows up in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
That was, showed up in the college football playoff.
That's how you back it up.
Yeah, he backed it up.
He backed it up.
So Illinois guys.
What do we got?
If you're a Fighting Illini member, you're intrigued. You have Western Illinois,
chance for a win.
Duke, Western Michigan as your 3 non-conference games.
Pretty good. Duke will be tough. Yes,
Duke's tough.
Their first conference game is at Indiana.
Ooh, that's talk about must see. Mm-hmm. That's a must see game.
Yeah,
Illinois, Indiana.
Then it's at home against USC.
Ooh, tough one.
At Purdue, that's one of your road games. Probably one that you would prefer to have if you're going to have one road game. That's one you'd prefer.
Yeah.
Ohio State at home. At Washington. Versus Rutgers. Versus Maryland. At Wisconsin. Versus Northwestern.
Okay. Or their last 4.
You dodge Oregon, Michigan. I think Michigan State's going to take a step forward as just kind of an annoying team. I like Jonathan Smith. So you dodge Iowa. Nebraska.
Jeez. But the early part's tough.
Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah.
Ohio State lose to Ohio State. No one cares.
No, nobody expected you to win it.
No one cares, and they just keep winning. You're fine like that because 9-3, you're in the conversation.
And end of season
10-2,
They
10
might be all right.
and they're going the last 4. You're like going, oh wow,
Yeah, they don't have the bad schedule.
And just imagine USC's got to fly out to Illinois.
They win 5 of their last 6 with that one loss coming against Ohio State.
They're in business.
They are in some.
They're
business.
in business.
So there's that for you.
Hey, they got the schedule, and
yeah.
Ooh. Okay, they have a 3-year quarterback, 18 returning starters and all, and a favorable schedule.
Yeah.
And almost all their offensive line back.
Their toughest games of the year, Ohio State and USC, are at home.
They're in good shape.
What's the chance of the head coach having probably a feel for the team?
Good, great.
Pretty good.
Good to great.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great chance of. And I don't think it's gonna be a bunch of confusion. Like, I don't know, what are we gonna do this year? Pretty set on what they're doing. Yeah, they're gonna have a pretty good plan.
I wonder if Champaign is buzzing.
It could buzz. Talk about that's one of those classic.
Fun to go.
Classic example of know how to build a stadium because they just blew it. I mean, the south end zone is 30 yards away. It's 30 yards away. It's a joke. It is. It's like
a joke.
It really is. The stadium. It's like if they would have just built that as a 52,000 seat stadium, people right on top of you, all that stuff. Incredible.
It's not incredible.
It's not incredible because you would kick balls like extra points. And they wouldn't even go into the stands because it was so far away. I'm serious. It'd be like you could actually go down and like warm up.
Yeah, listen, it's got some redeeming qualities, but
yeah, the north end zone's it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's like that. But just the whole idea is like nothing. You want them right on if you ran full speed through either end zone of Nebraska. I mean, if you're running full speed, catch a touchdown pass, when you get to the end line, you better hit the brakes or your face is going to hit a chain link fence. Okay. In Illinois, in the south end zone, you could stride it out for 40 yards. 40 yards, you could stride it out.
Don't worry about breaking down your steps.
The rest of it's not that much.
No, the rest of it's not that bad. I just hate it for that one reason. And the fans are a long ways away from you.
Before we get to break, if you're looking for speakers for events this spring and summer, Tyler Carlson and the team at Mid-America Speakers Bureau is who you need to talk to. Bill, as we heard, you have so much more information on that.
I'm telling you what, this is the thing goes around all the time. We need a speaker. So I don't know, I'm going to ask our neighbor.
I don't know.
See what he knows. Maybe he knows somebody. I don't know. I'm going out to dinner tonight at Applebee's. They might know somebody. How about having a plan? All of a sudden, like right now, it's like, we'd like to have swim. Well, how do they get swim? But you have to have a plan of so they can go to a website and say, hey, this is what our budget is. This is and then also Tyler has them all like, what are you looking for? Well, we'd like to have this, this, and this. This is the person. Here's 4 recommendations. We're looking for this. Want to have this. We want as somewhat of a motivational type of thing. Okay, this or this. And then he have the budget down, and then he has it all, and they are vetted. I told you, Swim, it took me over a year to get on with them.
Wow.
Because they came and listened to me twice at other events, all those things they do their research.
Good.
Because I was like, hey, Tyler, I want to be on the website. He's like,
just put anybody on.
Yeah, he's like, no, that's not how it works here. And he does. And then also, if you're on the other end of it and you want to talk to Tyler about being a speaker and being on the website, he does a great job of preparing you. And then he does all the work. He does all the work for the hiring part too. So when you're looking for a speaker, and this comes up all the time, go to Tyler, go to Mid-America, do it.
There it is, Mid-America Speakers Bureau. That's who you need to talk to. MidAmericaSB.com is the place to go. All right, when we come back, we're a little bit behind schedule. That's okay, though. We're just going to play the game show next segment. We'll talk Troy Dannon in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll do that coming up next. Early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Madson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
National Electrical Safety Month is held every May to raise awareness about the importance of staying safe around electricity. Visit les.com/safety for safety tips on power lines, tree trimming, storms, and so much more.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Before we get to the game show here on a Tuesday, are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. They offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. They have a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more. Once again, that's gocurrency.com/careers. All right, guys, we're going to get to the game show here right off the bat so we can get back on time.
Whoa. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's already 8 o'clock. It's already 8 o'clock.
God, it's already 8 o'clock.
Well, we were here for the whole show, so.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. For those that just joined, they don't understand, they don't know the story, but, it's fine.
You had stomach issues.
Oh, bad ones. Yep.
Rumbling.
We're going.
We're not going back.
Bodily functions. Here we go.
Yep, here we are.
Stomach problem.
Either way,
That's not gross.
we just got done talking about some
stomach problem.
Yeah.
We just got done talking about some
Intestinal problem.
college football coaches. How about this one for the game show today? Previous jobs of new college football coaches. These are guys that are hired in the offseason of this year.
Okay, wait a second.
To new jobs. Okay. Where were their previous stops?
I got a chance. It could be a little awkward.
I will tell you.
Why won't be awkward?
This could be.
There might be
stomach rumblings.
Yeah, no.
There might be a few tricks up the sleeve here. There might be a tough one in here.
Sometimes,
okay.
That's the whole thing is that it's set up to the whoever invents the show that got you. They like that. Got you. So Jake likes it. You like it.
I couldn't throw I couldn't put.
Is this going to be like? Is this going to be like Division II and NAIA?
Nope. There are no Division II.
Nope.
Thank you.
Like Scooby Doo.
But if you feel good,
good on this.
If you feel good about knowing the previous jobs of current college football coaches, give us a call now, 402-464-5685 at your chance to shut up Sipple for a business box of bagels to our friends at Bagels and Joe. Shut up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Alrighty, still need a caller for college football coaches and their previous gigs. They are not hard. They are a lot of college football coaches that started at or were head coaches last year. They just moved to a bigger, better job. I can tell you there's no Scott Frost on here.
Okay.
There isn't a Bronco Mendenhall on here.
464-5685.
Yes, 402-464-5685. Nobody's calling in. We're scared on a Tuesday morning. So who wants to take
on
the leap
Trash
of faith?
Tuesday?
There we go. We're going to get a phone call here as the phone starts to light up. Thank you, friends. Business Box of Bagels on the line as Ellie's getting the name of the caller here. It is Eric. Eric. No, Eric is Gonzo. Eric is Gonzo. There's another phone. There's another line ringing here. Ellie's got to get this one here in just a moment.
Is there a chance
Nobody's there.
Is there a chance that Rudy hung up on him by mistake?
No, Rudy's nowhere close to the phones. Ellie had to answer a phone call. We had 3 people waiting for this one, but on the
it's like Ellie's asking like what their occupation is.
All right, let's try this one. We have Jim on the line. Jim, are you there?
Jim.
Yes.
All right, Jim. Here we go. Thanks for calling, my friend. First one to you. Where did Barry Odom coach before being named Purdue's head coach this offseason?
Stop it. Stop.
UNLV.
That is right.
Layup.
There's got to be some layups.
Yeah,
and there's gotta
Why,
be
it
some
always
harder
starts
ones.
off for a layup for the.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, it's 1-0. You guys could have gotten Texas and Miles Turner yesterday, but you didn't. Sipple, you're down 1-0.
Wow,
Bill
you
is
had to go there.
still in play.
Yeah.
Rich Rodriguez is currently the head coach at West Virginia for the second time in his career. Where did he coach from 2022 to 2024?
Jacksonville State.
Is it Jacksonville State? It sure is.
Bill,
Coach Logan Smothers.
I might have got that. I don't know though.
We had to have it. We had to have it.
I felt like that was a layup.
No, I'm out.
Bill is out.
I'm going to lose it.
Bill is out. All right, Jim, next one for you. Jake Dickert was named the new head coach at Wake Forest this winter. Where did he coach the 2024 season at?
Steal.
Where's he at now?
He is at Wake Forest now. This place that he coached at last year was not Wake Forest.
Oof.
5 seconds. 5, 4.
Tulane.
2.
Tulane.
Okay.
Tulane is incorrect. Sip, do you want to steal this one or do you want to pass?
So the situation is it's 1-1.
It's 1-1. You have one more question
to win.
If I
to
get
win
this wrong,
you go down 1-0 and you have to get the next one correct.
If you don't know it for sure, don't take it. I know the answer, but don't take it.
I think I know. It's. I wish I could consult. but
Nope,
I
you
can't.
cannot consult. Don't even look at Bill.
What if I say one word?
You cannot.
It's tricky. I think it's
5
a tricky
seconds. You got to
one.
decide.
It's a tricky one. I'm going to say pass, but
Okay.
tell me it's not Washington State.
Was it Washington State? It was.
Brilliant. The Palouse.
But he passed.
The Palouse. That was
Okay.
the word I was going to use. Palouse.
It's 1-1. Sip, you need this
God,
one.
I got to get over this because
This is going to be real interesting now. Frank Reich was hired as the interim head coach for the 2025 season for Stanford after sitting out the 2024 season. Who was he the head coach of in 2023?
Well, I think I know that. That wouldn't that be the Indianapolis team?
Was it the Indianapolis team? It was not. It was not the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Jim, you can steal that one and you can win or lose, or we can go to a tiebreaker. What would you like to do, my friend?
Let's go Carolina Panthers.
Was it the Carolina Panthers? It sure was. The Carolina Panthers, Frank Reich coached them in 2023 after his time with the Indianapolis Colts. That means Jim wins a business box of bagels. Thanks for
I
playing,
should
Jim.
have turned you loose. What are we doing? We're playing cautious. Should have turned you loose on Washington State.
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. 0-2.
Yeah, it's not good.
0-2 this week. Yep. All right, tiebreaker.
Bill, this is you.
How many career wins does Bill Belichick have across his entire coaching career?
Hold it. Assistant and head?
Just head coach. I apologize.
It's okay, Sweat.
Oh, man.
I can give you the total number of games. 467.
Oh, well.
How much? 467?
467 total games he's been a head coach of I should say.
I should know this because he's just like a couple behind Shula, or a few behind Shula. I don't know what Shula's number is. 301.
Oh, good number. Yeah, that's a good number.
That's it. What would you like to go over under?
299?
It is 302. Oh my word. Woo!
I got it.
302.
It's hard
Almost got it on the nose.
We try to pick out one number between 1 and 472. It's not easy. You're going to lose that one
Nice
a lot.
job. Nice
Within
job,
one.
Bill.
Gave it a shot.
There you go. Great job, Jim. I told you guys there was a layup for each side, and then obviously there was not a layup.
It's embarrassing.
I felt like Jake
by
Dickert.
me to not turn you.
No,
that's always it's always been our theory. It's like you take a shot. What are we doing? That's
I thought,
embarrassing.
okay, my mind was going was I thought maybe Dickert had a job between Washington State and Wake Forest. This 1 year somewhere.
That's one thing about Washington State. We will say. I mean, Jake Dickert, obviously a good head coach. They lost their quarterback, offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle, and they lost their head coach. Not they weren't in a good spot to begin with, but oof,
that's a lot.
That's a lot to lose for a program like that. For a program like that.
I love Washington State. I absolutely love Washington State.
Do you?
Yeah, I love watching games up there. Like they'll get some snow games. They'll get cold. I'm watching a night game up there.
Yeah.
Was it Pac-12 After Dark?
I was going to say they were
Pac-12 After Dark playing a late game. The fans would be great.
Yep.
Oh, it was so much fun to watch.
It was always great to be able to like unwind on a college football Saturday by watching Washington State and Oregon or Washington State and Cal at like 10:30 or 11 at night.
It was awesome. It's only, you got to realize that it's only, I think it's 12 miles or maybe it's only 8 miles from the University of Idaho.
Oh,
that's all it is. Oh no, yeah.
The Vandals.
Yeah, that's all it is.
God dang,
they're right next to each other.
That was once Moose and Leach walked through a garbanzo bean field every day and learned Spanish on the way.
Yeah,
man, that's incredible. Nice job by Jim. Shutting up Sipple. You guys are 0-2 on the
great
week.
job.
Thank you, Jim.
8 o'clock hour coming up next. Early break
Great
on the
job.
ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
National Electrical Safety Month is held every May to raise awareness about the importance of staying safe around electricity. Visit les.com/safety for safety tips on power lines, tree trimming, storms, and so much more.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently. Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by NEBCO. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Bush.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back, hour 3 of Early Break on a Tuesday. Hour 3, sponsored by our friends at NEBCO. Now hiring jobs with ready mixed concrete. Check out nebcoinc.com for more information. Guys, I was telling you guys during the break, people think that we're having beef right now. People think that you guys are mad at me. He says we have Matthew on the YouTube stream that says Bill wants to smack Swim. Somebody said that Swim's going to be put on probation. Swim's going to be kicking road apples. I mean, what is going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either because, like I said, I was only upset that I didn't make or try to be more encouraging for Steve to take the shot. We should always take the shot.
I wouldn't take that on, Bill.
But I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're upset or why
upset.
So
with
it
Swim?
appears as if Swim is going to get fired.
Yeah, people are saying that I'm gonna lose my job. I don't even know what I did.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. Just another Tuesday.
I think you're gonna be okay. Well, we'll go to HR and see where we're at.
You seem to be feeling better.
Yeah. That's what I did tell Ellie. As I said, maybe I've beat this thing.
Have you turned the corner?
I might have rounded.
Is there a
corner.
chance you never were sick and it was just you?
No, there is certainly.
Is there a chance?
No, there is. Okay. There is certainly not a chance.
Just
of
thought
that.
we should know because he came in pretty chipper. So I just wondering.
Yeah.
I came in chipper. Is that right?
He wasn't very chipper. Okay,
let's roll that tape back.
Stomach rumblings.
We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it, Sip. You keep bringing it up. Kentucky's athletic department is transitioning towards an LLC. They're called Champions Blue LLC.
Okay.
They've officially changed to it per the Associated Press. Kentucky, with doing so, is hoping that it'll allow them to become nimbler in raising revenue for the changing landscape in college athletics. Champions Blue was approved last week by the Board of Trustees, and the plan calls for a board that will have wide experience in fundraising, and the school noted that it hopes to, quote, unlock new revenue streams through public and private partnerships and potentially other transactions such as real estate as well. Thoughts on Kentucky moving towards an LLC, guys?
I mean, is Nebraska going to do it?
I believe this will be. I believe everyone will.
Yes. Everyone.
I'd be shocked if they don't, because there's brilliant people out there. They're running companies that run multi-level companies, and they look at something of college football that is profitable. Correct? I mean, college sports is profitable. How they could do it better, and also it brings in all. Where does Nebraska play basketball? What's their
Pinnacle Bank Arena?
Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yes.
So Sandhills Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. There's different ways to have to be able to have money. Everyone is going to eventually. This is going to go corporate, because eventually you're going to have to do that to keep up. If not, because they said the donor fatigue is not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, well, we need to get some donors. Just come up with another $100 million for us. We need to have other avenues and other streams. I would be shocked if it's not everyone in the next 3 to 4 years.
Everyone, even like the non-power leagues, like the MAC teams.
Yeah, they'll do. Everyone will be involved. Yes, everyone will be involved.
The only thing this article that Swim alludes to, this AP article, it doesn't really address that. It just, there's one line. It says it might not work across the board, but it doesn't really get into why it wouldn't work across the board.
Just listening to other or doing other research on this is talked about a lot, that it's going to go corporate.
Yeah.
Arizona's already talked about when they were in such debt last year. Someone said, well, why don't you just sell it to just sell it to corporate? And the AD said, he goes, it's on the table. It's on the table. And so when people there's always something to be on the table, because now it gives you an opportunity. Also, just imagine whatever corporation it is, and they can be like, I'm going to kind of be a big part of Boise State.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a really big deal, and it's going to help. And do you think they're not going to listen? Do you think someone's not going to listen to any sort of offer? They're going to listen, because after a while, it's going to be, they just lost every Power 4 and 5. They're going to spend their $20 million. The $20.5 million is out of their own budget. So that's going to go out, and that's going to go directly to players now. So where's that coming from? Where are you making that up at?
Oh, this makes sense.
And so it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Where it'll be, how deep it is, do we know everything about it? But it will go corporate. That's going to happen.
You could argue that it already has, to a certain extent, with what they chose to allow last year, the NCAA, that is, where they allowed sponsorships on the field. Where, remember, 1890 was on the field. That wasn't just because they're Nebraska's collective that they threw it on there. That's because 1890 said, hey, we want to be on the field.
Yes.
So they could have, you could have went down the road and had Muchachos been on their logo on the field, right? Or anybody, right? And I just picked a friend of the station, but like, you could have picked any company that said, hey, you know what? I'll pay $25,000 a game, and I'll go ahead and put my logo on it, because they're interchangeable. They can change week to week. 1890, they didn't do it for every single game. They did it for the Colorado game, and then they did it for every Big Ten conference game.
You know why you look at this? One big reason is because, as the sports law professor points out in this article, the traditional structure never really worked very well. The current structure, and certainly now it does not fit well at all. So this makes sense. I just wonder if everybody can do it. That's the question. I don't know.
The only school that I see would probably be a hard pushback will be Notre Dame.
Why is that?
I just think Notre Dame will be one there, because they won't join a conference.
Yeah, you're right.
And so they're like, we're going to do it our way, and it's worked pretty well for them. So
it has.
Not saying anything negative to them, but that'd be one school that might be, I don't know about this. There'll be a few that don't. But I mean, do you think that right now that it's the same thing? Let's just go across the Big Ten. You think Purdue wouldn't want to be a part of this?
I would think
Indiana.
So. It's not really offensive to the sensibilities.
No, there's no. Like I said, it's just.
It's not right. No. Like, you don't look at it and go, "Oh God, college sports is coming to an end."
Just remember what
you don't look at it like that.
So we used to watch back in the day. Swim. We used to call this thing called when we were me and Steve. We'd be watching Nebraska play like in this early 70s, or we'd be or more 80s at that. We're gonna watch the Orange Bowl. Wasn't the FedEx Orange Bowl?
Yeah.
It was the Orange Bowl. It was the Fiesta Bowl, not the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. And so things started to switch back then. Like, hang on, we need some naming
Bill,
rights.
do you remember when that happened? Do you remember when that happened? When they started going to naming rights, we all thought it was the end of the world.
Oh, it was just like, well, let's go corporate.
Oh, wow. Why are we doing this?
Oh, then I watched these playoff games. They sucked. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
You know what? Turns out it wasn't the end of the world.
It
wasn't that big of a deal at all, in fact.
Yeah, because people like us, it was because the Orange Bowl. No, it's
the
FedEx Bowl. Yeah, who cares? Right. And you get more gear.
But you remember that pushback?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Well, and I would say now for like my generation, now there's nostalgia with specific naming rights, like the Vizio Rose Bowl and the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Like
Tostitos Fiesta Bowl carries over the Tostitos means more to me than the Fiesta Bowl.
Yes,
it does. It does.
Absolutely.
I do. I'm just like, they were great commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, they had great scoops.
And all I can think about is Blake Bortles for UCF.
Yeah.
When I think about the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, it's actually nostalgic to me to think back to, okay, what was the 2011 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl like? I'm serious. I could do better at naming rights for the 2010 bowl games than I could for 2025.
I'll tell you this. Covering the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl when it first started with that brand, there would be 5 bags of Tostitos in the hotel room every day. I mean, it was an incredible amount of big bags of Tostitos for the media. That's all I remember about it. But anyway, no, we all thought it was the end of the world, and it wasn't. This wouldn't be the end of the world. I just don't know, Bill. I just wonder. I guess Nebraska. I think you would say Nebraska would do this. Would consider it.
You're going to listen to everyone, right? I mean, who's not going to listen to and sometimes it's not just naming rights of a venue. It's actually, we're going to help run this, this corporation.
Right.
We're going to help marketing. We're going to be a part of everything. So okay, what would imagine right now? Let's just say that it went out and for 10 years, someone can have their name on Memorial Stadium, so that it gets announced. It is whatever, like I said, Sandhills Global Memorial Stadium, and it's $100 million.
A lot.
Are you interested in Nebraska?
Of course.
Are you interested in $100 million?
Yeah. How do you turn that off?
Yeah, whatever it is. Would you be like that? Also, there's always been a discussion of other people like that, with the successful people like that, of getting involved with at the core level of it. Of like, hey, we're going to help you run your business. And we also, guess what else we have? We have a team of lawyers. We have a team of marketing. We have a team of this. So there's a lot of different avenues for it to be able to go down. I just don't see how it stops at Kentucky. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Because more than ever, you're looking for revenue.
Yes.
And this is a way to revenue stream.
The $20 million that came out of your budget was a remarkable hit. And in some places like Nebraska, not as much.
It still looks
still a lot, but what they had in reserve, it was one of the schools that was kind of ahead of the game.
Yeah,
there's some places that I mean, right now, if you're in any power, if you're in the Big 12, and you're sitting there going, okay, we've got to give $20.5 million. A lot of schools aren't doing it. They can't run their budget. They don't have the money.
They don't have $20.5
Everyone in the Big 10 will do it. Everybody in the SEC will do it because they get that check. But all of a sudden, like that, there's a really good chance that that Baylor is not doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to name names, but
names. I don't know the names, and I don't know them. But
there's probably, I'm going to say, at least half the Big 12 that they don't have $20.5 million available. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Now, the big question I have about this whole world is, okay, this is the question I have for you, Bill, and Swim. Is in the SEC and the Big 10, where everybody's got $20.5 million in the revenue share, right? Everybody's got that piece.
Yep.
Is the great separator now NIL? Is that the separator?
It will be. The part that is still going to be so confusing, it doesn't add up at all, is they're saying they're going to have an NIL, just like they do in the NFL. They come in and they audit every NFL, and they say, okay, whoever the tight end for the Cowboys has 2 deals. What's he make? What did he get for his deals? And they're like, this is a setup. He just did a commercial for Whataburger and got $9 million. They're like this.
Oh, the NFL vets.
Oh, yeah, they do. They audit that.
I did not know that.
So they're going to come in and do the same thing. Whenever they get this new
clearinghouse,
whatever you
so
want
the
to call it.
NFL has a clearinghouse of sorts.
They have an audit system.
Wow.
They come in. The audit system comes in and they go through because If not, in free agency, what can you do? It's like, hey, listen, we can do this, but don't worry about that because we got a couple commercials you're going to go out. You're going to go out to the car dealership and get $9 million for one day of autographs. Well, okay, they vet all of that.
Oh God, I didn't know.
So, but the problem is going to be is how do you really know what someone's value is? So all of a sudden, so they come in, it's school A, and this person's like, okay, because someone's value at Nebraska because of the fandom is way higher than someone at Purdue, and so it's just like, well, yeah, the guy at Nebraska made they gave him $100,000 to do that. Purdue only give him $8 because the interest isn't the same. Yeah, hold it now. How are we going to hold this up?
How do you do that?
And how do you hold up what someone can make? Right. That's the whole thing that got swatted in when it went to when it went to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
And they said you cannot determine that number. Mm-hmm. And so how do you tell someone like that, well, you're not worth that?
God,
when someone goes, well, hold it now, that they're going to pay that. They're going to pay me.
What a mess.
Yeah, that's where it's really interesting to see how they assess market value, because it's literally just based on what one university or program. If I'm a coach at one university and Bill's a coach at another, and I say, Sip, I think your value is $800,000. You go to Coach Bill and go, all right, Coach, Nick's offering $800,000. That's my market value. There's no way to say yes or no. They have to fall in line almost, it feels like.
Because in the NFL, with the commissioner and Goodell and all the owners agree. They all agree together that this is a number, because every owner's sitting there going to look. Because you imagine right now how much the Cowboys could do
if they wanted
to, what they could do,
or
above and beyond.
If the rules
allowed it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what they could do? It would be so remarkable.
Yeah, I shouldn't say if they wanted to, because they probably want to.
And that's the big part of it. So it's going to be
parameters. That's what it always gets back to. The
big thing is, don't be mad if all of a sudden there's a naming or something different like that, because it is a must. Because I don't know if they're going to
naming
with me, like you said, me and you, FedEx Orange Bowl. That's a joke. And it's like, no, it's not. And so don't get all worked up if there's of ways that if corporate gets involved, if someone else gets involved, it's a great one. The whole idea though is who do you get involved with? Because some people will make a mistake.
Yeah.
There'll be universities that make a mistake. And somebody
what would be a mistake?
They probably have they just involved with the wrong people, the wrong promises. How many times there have been promises made and they don't come through with what they are? So it'll be very interesting how it comes down.
Okay. Yeah. And it wouldn't be like, would Memorial Stadium allow a big corporate sponsorship? Okay. With a casino.
This place would be very hard to be able to have that, because they'd have to have a racetrack attached to it, which would be awesome to have a racetrack around the stadium, horse racing.
I think there's a couple things to that.
I don't think it'll come to that.
I don't think it would.
It'd be incredible if it did. I could go back and cover a horse
in the fourth race.
All right, for your halftime entertainment, sovereignty is back.
Maybe go quarter horse racing, be shorter. More of a sprinting program.
You could have your running back out there too as a feature. We're going to run Emmett Johnson against his quarter horse.
Oh man,
there is that part is going to come up, and it's going to be, and I said probably naming rights will be with it, but they'll be more involved with it. It'll be more in depth, and it's going to happen across the board. I think Kentucky just got out in front.
Revenue.
It'll be fascinating to see the length of contract as well for corporate with corporate agreements, right? Because is somebody going to want to tie? Because we bring in value, right? And brand value matters a lot when you're talking about marketing, certainly. But if somebody wants to, let's just use Nebraska for example, or Nebraska, if they start finding success in 5 years, that value increases.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Vice versa, right? So do you really want to tie yourself down to 10 years when you know the market's going to change dramatically in the next 7?
Yeah, good point.
It's really fascinating to see how the executives in the room make that decision.
Also, when they this, obviously the regions are heavily involved in this, and but can you imagine if you have give me the book, give me the ledger, and start going through the debits and credits, and at Nebraska you go, it's pretty good. With some places in this league too, we're going not near as good. And so someone's gonna be going like, we want to get involved with these guys. These guys already have their act together. They already have their collective unified. They have all this stuff. They are in great shape. And by the way, they were very smart with their money. They know what they're doing. So if we get involved with them on a very and it could just be a conservative basis. Yeah, but there's people out there also. Just imagine how many people want to own an NFL team? Hundreds. And these are people with hundreds of millions of dollars, but now it's all billions. It takes billions to get into any of that game. Guess what? I can't do that. So Amazon, I'd like to be Alabama Amazon, and I'm going to get involved in this. And can you imagine the money that comes? They're talking about someone that's whatever top 10 in the world of money, and it could be incredible. Can you imagine that? Amazon,
not bad.
Alabama.
It would be fascinating to see if like places like Amazon go after multiple universities.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Could be in two conferences. Could be in two
like something like that. I think that'd be really, really fascinating. Before we get to break, are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits?
Cider.
Don't miss Sip Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration this Friday and Saturday at Mahoney State Park, and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The Sip Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event this Friday and Saturday at Mahoney State Park in Ashland. We gave away 4 tickets yesterday. Austin was the winner.
How many giving away?
We're giving away 4 more today. Give us a text, 402-464-5685.
Seventh texter.
Okay. Let's do it.
We did it one time. The
texter.
7th caller. That's a little bold.
That was a little strong.
Things slowed down after 4.
We'll
we haven't got to 7.
Yeah, we got like 20 some texts the other day, so that's what I feel good about.
Yes.
How many have texted in so far?
4.
We're at
3
4.
more.
3. Come on.
We need 3 more. Tater. Tater's the 7th. There it is. Tater, congratulations. Tater, I will email. Send us your email, and we will email you 4 tickets.
Tater, that's like
Nebraska.
that's a $600 value.
That is correct. Pretty close, actually. So there you have it. Yeah. Sip Nebraska this Friday and Saturday here out at Mahoney State Park in Ashland. All right, so Tater, go ahead and send in that email. And if you can't pick up on or catch the drift, we're going to be doing this every single day around this time. So make sure.
Drift.
Yep. Catch the drift.
Oh, I like that.
Catch the drift. 8:30. Go ahead, Bill.
No, go ahead. No, I'm good.
What I was going to say is when we come back, the NBA last night was phenomenal.
Wow.
Phenomenal. Between Knicks and Celtics and Nuggets and Thunder. Man, oh man, the NBA last night was incredible. We talk about it coming up next. Early break on the ticket. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at Midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it. Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Early break on The Ticket. If you're looking for a place to fix your Apple phone, watch, or computer, look no further than Computer Hardware, just south of 70th and O in Lincoln, or in Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island. They are the Apple Store of Nebraska, and you can see Tripp and the team here in Lincoln, just south of 70th and O at Computer Hardware. Guys, last night we were texting in our group chat about the NBA games, and starting off with this one, just a big picture. We talked yesterday a little bit about it, that the Pacers won on the road at Cleveland 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Now you have the Knicks, who go on the road to Boston and win. And then in the nightcap, after being down by as many as 14 in the second half, being down by as many as 13 in the fourth quarter, the Denver Nuggets come back. And with a last-second three-point shot by Aaron Gordon, the Denver Nuggets win on the road in OKC. That's 3 games that the 3 road teams have won over the higher seed.
Upsets.
Pretty remarkable so far.
Upsets. I mean, the Boston game that Bill watched, and I watched, Boston missed 45 threes. They missed 45 threes. I mean, now they were 15 of 65. Yeah. No NBA team has missed 45 threes in a playoff game. I don't know if they've missed in a
It was the most in an NBA game.
In clutch time, I think Tatum missed three or four in a row.
Yes, he did.
Just 3 or 4 in a row. Just
good looks.
Good looks, clanks. I love the score. I mean, go to overtime at 100.
Yep.
I mean, it just told me right
100,
away.
100.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is great. This is they're playing defense. I mean, they had trouble at times getting the ball in bounds. I mean, I love that stuff.
Rugged.
Now,
it was rugged.
There was a quote from Steve. Can you go to that?
I absolutely can.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
This
I'm
this
glad,
from yesterday
I'm
about
glad.
NBA.
Who's the NBA expert on this, in this
you
room?
are. It's you.
Who is the NBA expert?
So
at least time spent, you win
yes,
for sure.
Yes. This
no
quote,
brain power, I win.
This quote was voiced on these airwaves yesterday by Stephen M. Sipple, May 5th, 2025.
We have to do this.
The Knicks won't win a game this series.
Yes. Won't win a game this series.
They won one.
And then again, you talk
the
about
The Knicks win last night, 108 to 105 in overtime
the
on
first
the road.
one. So the chance of winning another one's probably pretty good too. So and then also I don't know why, if I was just caught off guard when you go, hey, people are saying this is the best Celtics team ever.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this.
Alex,
I'm watching this. And
Alex,
I'm like,
where are you?
And I'm
Call
like,
in.
I'm like, okay. At one point in time, McHale, Bird, Parrish, and Walton were on the court. All Hall of Famers. All Hall of Famers. I'm looking out there. I go, I don't see a Hall of Famer out there.
Oh, I think Tatum.
He's a long way. He's not there yet.
Not yet.
He's not there yet. When I'm watching that game,
maybe this is
and I'm watching Hall of Fame. I'm like, do you see Hall of Famers?
Young people listening, please help me. Alex says this all the time. Now, I will tell you this, Bill. I've had the debate with him, and when he first broached it a year ago, I said, you are nuts. I was like you.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
I said, you are crazy if you think this is the best Celtics team of all time. And now I've evolved a little bit. I mean, they're awfully good. They didn't look good last night. They missed 45 threes. but they
and I'm not putting on one game. I'm just saying I'm watching it. They're not.
Now they were without Porzingis last night because of swim situation. Well, I don't know what it was, but Porzingis
We don't have to keep talking about it.
Now, what I would say in Alex's defense, or whoever's defense, is saying Boston's one of the best teams of all time. Porzingis is their 4th best player, and if your 4th best player is Porzingis, you're pretty good. He's pretty good.
There's never a time when they won it last year, right? When I was watching the game, going like, "This might be the best team of all time."
No, I didn't either.
I mean,
I had to kind of evolve.
They get the credit. They get credit. We're not discrediting them.
We're just saying the best Celtics team of all time.
Yeah, but no, that means they're one of the best of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I had to sort of evolve into that mindset, but I kind of did.
And just to clear it up with Kristaps, he played 13 minutes in the first half. He did not play the second half because of the illness.
Right.
So they weren't completely without him. Joe Mazzulla said post game that it impacted their approach. One of the best quotes though, after once again Boston goes 15 of 60 from beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown said, we just can't start jacking up threes.
That's what they do.
They jacked up 60 of them.
Did you notice, Bill?
Yeah.
It is amazing to me, this part of the NBA. You'll see a guy like Derek White pass up an open 10-foot shot.
Oh, absolutely.
To throw it to
or at the rim for a chance to maybe pump fake and try to get in and whip it out from really point blank range and whip it out for a three.
Boston does that more than I think. I don't know. I don't watch enough to say anybody, but most anybody. The other thing is I wanted to point out, Swim, is the Joker stat line last night.
Yeah, so Denver in the nightcap, Denver wins 121-119 over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now they lead the series 1-0. Like I said, as we started this segment, Denver was down by as many as 14 in the second half and 13 in the fourth quarter alone. Oklahoma City was up by 3. They elected to foul in the last 12 seconds of the game. It comes back to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get fouled. The Oklahoma City does. And Chet Holmgren misses 2 free throws.
Oh, boy.
So Oklahoma City was up 119-118.
Okay. He missed
Denver. He missed 2 free throws. Chet Holmgren of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I got it.
And then Denver comes down. They give it to Aaron Gordon on the left wing. He fires a 3 with 2 seconds to go, and he makes it.
Aaron Gordon. He's made some huge shots in the playoffs. Jokic last night, 42, 22, and 6.
That's
SGA. Now, there's this ongoing debate, too, about MVP. Jokic, SGA. Who is it?
Oh, Jokic.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. I always say SGA, and I'm probably wrong on that one. 33.
And Jokic easily could have won it for the 3rd year in a row.
Yes.
When the year he didn't win it, was almost like, okay, we just got to give it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
SGA 33, 10, and 8 last night.
Yeah.
33, 10, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, those are upsets. The Knicks is a huge upset.
What it means to me right away, which I like about it, great chance maybe that the series goes 6 or goes to game 7. When a team upsets someone on the so okay, this might go deep.
Oh God,
it's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be this. It's going to go deep.
No, and you're guaranteed too. These atmospheres are incredible. Yeah. Okay, so Boston Garden's always going to be good. Now eventually they'll go to Madison Square Garden.
It'd be insane. Imagine when they show up. It'll be 1-1, but it'll be literally insane.
And then Oklahoma City, Denver, same. You saw the atmosphere of Oklahoma City last night. It's incredible. Oh, we're in a fabulous time.
Yeah. Well, and so tonight, before we get to break, it's Pacers, Cavs. Pacers on the road in Cleveland, right?
It's
on. This one starts at 6 p.m. Indiana leads the series 1-0 after they won on Sunday night. And then you have game 1 between the Warriors and T-Wolves in Minnesota. These 1.
Are huge games.
But what if I told you Cleveland is a 10.5-point favorite over the Indiana Pacers?
I like it. They'll win by more.
Oh, you think so?
Are they getting Garland back?
And I also think that Boston will win. They'll win by 20.
Here's what we got to know, Bill. Garland didn't play. Darius Garland.
Yep.
Is he have a?
Do you remember where he went to college?
Garland? Yeah. I don't.
Vanderbilt.
Handy. Didn't know that.
Darius Garland is a game time decision.
I mean, that's huge in the point spread discussion. I don't know if he doesn't play. I give the Pacers a chance to win again. Yeah. It's an absolute must win for Cleveland.
Can you imagine if you're the Pacers, and part of it's you're fortuitous because Garland has been hurt, but if you're able to go back to Indiana with a 2-0 lead?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, Bill,
or any of these road teams that won game 1.
Well, 2-0 would be incredible.
Bill,
oh my gosh.
I always, Bill, I always hate that must-win discussion.
You just gave it. Seven-game series. Game 2 is must-win.
I just did what Jake did.
It's important. I agree that, but you every time me and Jake could bring it up, like that's just a must-win.
Not really a must-win.
And we really were right on the must-wins because the ones that we said, hey, this is a must-win. We must beat Minnesota.
You were talking about Nebraska having must-win games in January.
We were.
No,
and we lost those games.
I was going to say, did it pan out well?
I was right. So the must-win panned out 100%. No. Minnesota must win.
I just did the
Iowa must win. Nope.
My goodness.
I just did the same thing.
We were making them early.
So yeah.
Now right now, Major League Baseball would be great. Like that was the Orioles, Royals. Must win.
Cubs had a must win last night.
Yeah, must win.
There are no must win games in January in college basketball.
Maybe there should have been.
There should have been. It should have been talked about.
Spillover is next. We'll do that here on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Presented by NEBCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You should treat mom to some barbecue. At Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, we think award-winning moms deserve award-winning barbecue without having to lift a finger. We invite you and your family to gather around our table on Mother's Day for Hog Wild slow smoke favorites, or place an order to go online at gohogwild.com for a spring picnic where mom is the guest of honor. We look forward to seeing you this Mother's Day. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Breathe easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in one final time on the show. The Spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. Before we get to the drive, one thing we wanted to mention is Nebraska Athletic Director Troy Dannon is joining the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. He joins Tom Osborne, Mike Riley, and Will Shields as the other Nebraska representatives that have ever been on the committee. Tom Osborne was on the first ever back in 2014. Yep. Mike Riley was on it last year in 2024 and now is on it this season in 2025. And then Will Shields was actually on the CFP committee from 2021 to 2024. Another notable name on there for the 2025 season, it's not finalized yet, but for the 2025 season, his former Michigan State head coach, Mark D'Antonio, is also on the College Football Playoff Committee. It's his first time on there as well.
I think there's a huge miss by the committee on the ones they have on. Very good. I mean, D'Antonio, I mean, all the people on there, the ADs that are on there, all gold. And then they have people outside. So you have someone like a Will Shields, and they've had several ex-players. And there's someone that, obviously played at the highest level in college, obviously Outland Award winner, then Hall of Famer. So that gold. What they don't do, and they don't go into the bowels of it hard enough with assistant coaches. There's none. And what they need is someone that is just newly retired or in some aspect, or they're out for the year, whatever it is, you name it. But the head coach deal, that's different. You just saw Mike Norvell say, I can't, you just said, I can't run a team I can't call it because I need to have someone because it's so much more going on. So if you have someone that can also assist in the meeting room, an ex-offensive coordinator or defensive that has been in the bowels for the last 20 years watching film.
Head coach just described yourself.
No, that's not what I'm not trying to.
Bill Bush for CFP.
I'd love to do it, but that wasn't my point. But every time they name someone, I'm like, they don't have anyone that's sitting there going like, hang on now, here's what it is. That's a fire zone. They're running this, and they're doing a bunch of this, and here's exactly what it is. I mean, someone there that has been doing. Someone can say, well, as a head coach, and I did that. They haven't. It's not in the depths of what an assistant coach was doing for the last 20 years of every day in that room of like I am watching these offenses. I'm telling you what's going on, and to be able to help that more so than ex head coaches. I mean, the ex head coaches have to be there. They just need some assistant coaches that are, even if they don't have as big a voice, whatever. Someone that's in the room pointing out, hey, FYI. Here's about 20 points I want to show you. And I have a cut up made.
Makes sense.
Here's some things. Let me show you something about Alabama here. Some things that, and I can show, and then here's 10, this play. Here's the why that I see things. Yeah. You guys determine with it. You guys determine what the information is. But you need somebody that has been, that is their number one job, is to coordinate an offense, a defense, and a special teams. And be able to watch them and be able to break it down for the committee.
I apologize for putting you on the spot in advance here. Is there anybody that comes to your guys' mind initially when we talk about that? Like, is there any well-known assistant coaches, or maybe even, like you said, former head coaches that spent some time as, whether it's a liaison, whatever it might have been, that dove deep that you can think off the top of your head?
I'm trying to. I go like to ex coordinators and stuff. I mean, like there's
who's sitting out right now?
Who's sitting right there? Mike Stoops or someone like that.
Okay.
There's somebody.
He
He coordinated. He's a head coach a little bit,
he
but he's a
could do it.
coordinator for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Be someone that would be really good.
How about Bo Pelini?
or someone like that? Bo Pelini. There's someone like that.
He's out.
And just to
God,
talk
Bo would
football.
do it.
Now he's a head coach guy, but he was a defensive coordinator.
Yep.
And think about the
Bo
offensive
called the
coordinator.
defense.
He called and be able to sit there and be. I'm just telling you, they're missing on assistant coaches in the room.
Jerry
not
Dowski.
on what's that? Yes.
Well,
not on the don't. No one else needs to get cut. They just need about 2 on each side of the ball, and they need to also have a special teams coordinator that's in there that is in there that's saying this is what's going on.
That's you.
Here's the type of protection they're using. This is this example. So no, I was not trying to push back. But every time I read the deal, I'm always like, okay, the guy's been a head coach for 20 some years and just got done. Was he in the room for those time of just like the doors are locked and I'm just watching? How do I stop these guys? Here's what's going on.
Now that makes sense to me. And also, you could help determine who's the best coach teams. Who actually are the teams?
The things you can show them, like
the best coach.
Let's just watch this. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
Let's watch this.
Not for because this is.
It's easy to watch. Also, oh man, they won by 30. I like them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's talk about who they're playing against. What'd you see? What was? There's all kinds of things that just an assistant coach could assist with so much.
Yeah, because you mentioned it, right? The piece that you just talked about with they just won by 30. We talk about the eye test all the time. We talk about the visual of it all the time. So there's that piece that's important in it. But then, like you said, the details with it. The name that I thought about, and maybe this is way off the beaten path, just because we don't know a ton about him, but the way that Matt Rule talks about him was Phil Snow.
There'd be a guy
that like a guy or somebody
exactly.
like Phil Snow,
someone like that
who's been a lifetime coordinator. Yeah,
I want a lifer assistant. I want somebody that's a lifer assistant. And it's been in there and like, how do we stop this? And just say this is a problem, and not just the master of the obvious stuff. Yeah. I think it would completely just knock it. But that's the type of person I'm talking about. Here's the deal: if you just stop and say, all right, let's start sending resumes in. There'd be about 30. You go, oh, wow, this is good. Oh, wow, this guy is good. Yeah. Like that. Now, because I wouldn't want to have been on the committee because I would have got thrown out of the building.
What?
When 2 years ago, whatever it was, and Georgia went from losing from 1 to 6.
Yep.
They went from 1 to 6. I'd be like, how can this be? How can it go from 1 to 6 to lose on a neutral field in the SEC championship? They went from 1 to 6. And so I would have lost my mind
100%.
And but again, to have someone in it, they're missing assistant coaches.
So once again, Troy Dannon.
We're going till 10.
Yeah, no, we're not. Troy Dannon officially
let's
on
think about it.
The CFP selection committee. We're out of here. The drive is next. The spillover brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. The drive is next. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Breathe easy.